Yeah, I'd be live with it right now, but I don't want to get struck for state actor music that's allowed to be on his stream, but I'd be struck for it. Just saying, I get struck for this. That's what happened to me. I'd get struck if I mirrored that song. But he can play music just like other state actors that are part of their what is that called as far as the privileged pilot program through YT? Thinking that's something a privileged cadre program through the YT platform where if you're part of their little shill club, you can play any music you want without getting struck on your live stream. If I were to mirror this right here, just play it straight up, right? And he's all sitting there with his white Michael Jackson gloves. I would more than likely get struck for that song if I played it longer than that right there. You see how that works, you guys? Wow. All right, well, we're going to have some fun with state actor UD today. He's going to go over some fantasy, more fantasy about Mr. Cox. He's got a lot of questions, but when you correct him, even going on a stream, he's going to be like, he doesn't have the balls to come on my stream. Well, when I go on this guy's stream and correct him on some things, make him look stupid, he'll put it on private, and then the next time he goes live, he'll be all talking tough. But when you go on his stream, he is all about cucking out. That's what he does. He'll try to, okay, not really too much back and forth. He just, wants the questions answered, doesn't give much kickback, right? He's all calm and tries to be neutral. Then he'll put that stream on private, which you screw him, and then go live the next day and cry like a bitch and just, oh, so tough. He gets so tough. But we're going to, he's almost done, I'm sure, with his little charade with his Michael Jackson gloves on. And, oh, yeah, he's so productive running around in his grandma's backyard smoking cigarettes with his Michael Jackson gloves on, doing his charade, right? But he's going to blast Mr. Cox coming up. Happy Sunday, everybody. Way to get some state actor fantasy into your menu today. Kicking it with Mr. Cox. And I'll be in the chat. I'm not going to really come and refute much and stop. We want to get this as real time as possible. Here you go. Everybody enjoy your Sunday. State Actor Sunday. We should do this every Sunday where we put on blast a state actor trying to put on Mr. Cox on blast and have fun in the chat.
Actually,
Yep.
we'll
There you go.
just cut it right there. So, what's
Yeah.
going on, everybody?
State Actor Sunday, everybody. Thanks for joining in.
Happy Sunday morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're at in this continental U.S. or around the world. Of course, it is your boy.
Yeah, he's grooving out on Mr. Cox more than anything. He's got some real good fantasy to go over for you guys. Enjoy.
Oh man, the urban disciple, the guy, the one, the true alpha male.
Oh my God, dude.
Nice of you.
Hold on. I said I
in.
wasn't gonna do this. But he calls himself an alpha male with his gloves on, dancing around like a princess in his grandma's backyard. He should be cleaning up his grandma's kitchen and maybe cooking her some food, but he probably just brings her home some tacos and thinks that's good enough every once in a while. That fucking shill bag, mooching off his grandma and using her backyard.
Day this morning.
All right.
You know, some
I
call
don't know.
this
I didn't
the
want to get
Sabbath.
struck
I
for
call
that
this
song.
sun today, so we gotta worship what gives us energy. A lot of you, in particular, lack motivation and you lack movement in your life. See, what you need is get up, move around, dance. You know what I mean? No, you don't know, and you probably never will know, because a lot of you are just a bunch of lazy bums. But in any event, I was motivated to do this stream, right? Because we got a lot of, well, not a lot, it's the two individuals at this point talking complete nonsense and gibberish madness, lies, deceit, all over the place. And it's time to set the record straight. But I'm betting And I'm not a betting man, but I beg to differ if these two individuals not only betting men, but they're dealing cards all over the place, aces of spades and king of diamonds and all that kind of stuff. And their names are in the title. So what's traffic? What's going on, boy? And of course, Detective Slomez. We have to really ease Detective into this. He's not going to get it at first. But I'm here to at least, provide you with a little lip syncing. What's traffic? What about you, cucks? You want some too? You talk big and bad in chat, but this is expected from little smokies like these guys. See, these are the true wieners in life. Flimsy, made of beef, pork, and chicken. They love beef, pork, and chicken. Hold on. So when we're talking about Smokies, cocks, are we talking about Franks? Chicken Franks, huh? But anyways, Crafty Cat, Method Man, Menthol Man. Gotta change that name. That's it. That's well done, Irby. Oh, that's cute. Thanks for calling me such a cute little pet name. I like that. You know how much I like that? A lot. Keep calling me cute pet names. Show me how much you love me. Show me how much affection you want. Show me as much as you want, please. I like it. And secretly, deep down inside, we're not going to waste time. You like it too. And we can get through this together. See, there's no way you don't love Irby and you be here. What are you here for? I'll tell you why, to love Irby. That's why you're here. So Crafty Cat's become quite the fan. Well, first she's like, stare at it, Irby. I took a good look at it, Crafty Cat. It looked like a butt with a shining little light. They call that the butt on because once you push it, it might turn somebody on. Not me. I don't like that butt play. I'm just not a fan of that crap. You might be. I've heard people are fans of that. Males, particularly. That's pretty gay, isn't it? Yeah, that's the first sign right there. That's a genuinely gay person right there. Prove me wrong. But I appreciate you coming in and showing some guts, Crafty. You can talk your stuff and you can still come in here and chat like an adult. I give you kudos for that. What's traffic is acting like such a little child lately. Have you noticed that? I'm like, man, if you're acting like this, then what do you think you are in your head? I'm going for 13. 14 might be a little too old for him. He's about 13 in his head. And he's a what-year-old man? I'm just curious on how you are in the outside world, because I'm going to bet on this one, you're not like this. We're not putting any smoky screens. We're telling you the truth. You're not like that. You're probably some weak, little spineless coward walking amongst a sea of fear of everyone in the outside because of, I don't know, man. I don't know what you're into. Read some interesting things in chat, though. What's traffic? Sounds all bad. I figured you'd be into something like this, hanging around with Tony and them, and then Tony kicked you to the curb because you latched on like a leech in search of a peach, but you failed, princess. You failed miserably. Shizzle. What's going on, bro? Did I mention you already? Excuse me, I forgot. I gotta put Shizzle in there. What's going on, dude? Okay, I'm getting some good loving from Mikey. Mikey's giving you loving. Oh, good stuff. The Karen V. Cox and Watch Traffic have a lot to say to me. I don't know why Watch Traffic talks so much about me, knows so much about my streams. He's recording right now. Probably went ahead and ran to do one. He literally ran to do a stream and mirror this one. So have a fun time watching your weekend performance. You begged for it, so I gave it to you. What we're dealing with is, I don't know, man. These aren't, I don't know if they're the P's or not, but they're definitely the T's, and they have zero conscience when it comes to bad behavior. They don't even have a clue what's going on when it comes to bad behavior. What? That's bad? I didn't know. And then they'll ask you to define it. Define bad then. Oh, I give you credit for that, but you already know what it is. So why are you asking me? And plus our definitions are going to differ anyway, so don't even ask me. If you feel like watch traffic over here and you have your head down while you're in traffic, you might be doing something that can cause that stop sign to come up. Put that palm up. Wait a minute, slow down, sucker. I'll be doing some things wrong here. Might be. They both knew this was going to come down the pipe. And literally down the pipe. So come on, guys. Relieve yourselves of all that tension. And let's talk man to man, especially watch traffic. Let's go, buddy. I remember, let me give you a little background on What's Truth, What's Traffic. That's his name now, because I've heard him. Well, he denies this, but I've heard through the grapevine that he's into that kind of thing. I don't know about committing the activities, but I guess what, you research it and you talk about it. So it's traffic. Find your ways through. I know it's jam-packed gridlock. It's okay. You can find the back passageway. You're good at that. Along with penises in your mouth. This guy was talking about my lip syncing. I was thinking, why is this guy looking at my lips, man? He's already had penis in his mouth. It is all, he will put his penis in another dude's mouth. And he's watching my lip syncing so closely, commenting on it, comment after comment. The lip syncing. I'm like, man, you know what? I started getting creeped out after a while. You know, one diss is fine. Yeah, I know I do that. How is that a diss, though? Yeah, I know that happens. It's pretty stupid to point that out. You know what I mean? See, what he's really embarrassed about is his urban fetish, which a lot of these fruit pies have this. Little cherry pies, they got this fetish for urban disciple. Well, it's not really urban disciple. It's really for a melanated dude, preferably with hair like mine, like the sheep, because they really believe I might be their personal Lord Savior. So they bow down, they worship me, just like this guy. He's looking at my lips while I'm lip syncing to some songs, having a good time. They do that in music videos. So what? Not a problem with that? Yeah, well, maybe they're really singing. Who knows? But I know that they don't sound like that radio quality. Speaking of radio quality, how's Mouse, Aaron? You guys' radio show working out well these days or what? Beware, Mouse. And he's like, I never even knew anything like that. First of all, the mouse and the cheese references. And you know what? I got to thinking last night, how do these idiots think they pulling the wool over anyone's eyes, whether it be trolling or not? How do they think this? You guys obsess over mice and cheese, pizza and links, hot dog, beer, all sorts of starfishes and chocolate water. It's all bad. Limp Biscuit. It's all bad. Next is going to be biscuits and turkey necks or some shit. You know what I mean? Chicken strips and biscuits. Chicken. Oh, they already have chicken biscuits. You know what I mean? There are actually some crackers. They're asking where the crackers are. The club crackers. What kind of club is this? The one you get beat over your head with. Why I tell you, don't pay attention to what we're doing while they have Monty and cheese and all this shit. These people are grade A stupid to believe. Like, you going, oh, I don't know what's going on. It's supposed to convince me that you really don't know what's going on. Oh, come on now. This Jesse guy, he's a sewer. What's the obsession with rats? What's the obsession with rats? Are you proclaiming you're a snitch for the feds or something? What is the obsession with that? And people just look at, oh, well, it's just rats and sewers. Shit, caca money, and all sorts of little terms that these people use. And no one asks questions about that. We got to watch traffic up here causing havoc. Yolanda, what's going on? So does anyone have any, no, they don't have any words for it. They just come to watch. They come to listen. And then they run their mouth at chat all day, all night. I don't know if Shizzle's been saying stuff. I'm not focused on Shizzle. Detective Slow Chomez. But more of what's traffic. I really want to get my voice out with him. I'll never join your panel. Yeah, I know. You just talk trash from afar. Here's the deal. We're not double dipping, and we're definitely not double peeing. But we could do a 2-on-1 handicap match. Well, actually, just a 1-on-1, and Aaron V. Cox can be in What's Traffic's corner. I got the tough questions to ask him. He's accusing people of perving on his children. One of those tactics that they use, and he just coincidentally, he's chilling with Aaron V. Cox. Much like that Kevin going on in Planko. Oh, I use my kid's little Smokey on my Facebook account to reel people in like fish. They gut them right in front of the public. And for what? For displaying your creepy Facebook. That's another thing people took. And like, no one is buying that crap. It's a creepy picture in some dirty water. And you're proud of that? Well, that's not to entrap people. It's not to get little smokies out there. No. Or just to act like you're doing that. And then you extort them later. Same shit. It's just funny. Weaponize my children. This is all these idiots talk about. Trafficking in children. They are obsessed with this shit. Literally. I don't know anyone on the outside that is like that. All the vibe I get in the outside with people that I communicate with on the outside give mama bear vibes, and I will cut a pedo's dick off vibes. And that's what I like. I don't like this creepy, well, let's talk about muffins and cookies. Yeah, it's all good. Not smokies and little wee-wees. Like, dude, what's going on here? You see what I'm saying? You guys are just strange. What's going on, Andrea? Just beyond crazy and weird. So what's traffic? I know you're watching. You knew I was going to do this stream, and so did Aaron. They're talking bad all chat long. You know, Shizzle is doing his thing. I don't know what he's revisiting certain streams. I'm like, dude, all you do is play others' content on what they say and just give your analysis. The reason that it's happening this way is because when you insert yourself in these things, and he acts like he doesn't. He acts like he's some superhero or some victim of something. Look how bad they're trolling me. No, you inserted yourself in. 100%, I know you did. In my case, I know you did. I can speak for myself. So knowing your pattern, which is just a loop-de-loop, a little 8 little balls, we know that you did that and you infiltrated and you're picking a side and dividing people. And they go, well, what's wrong with Shizzle? Nothing. He's been doing this. This is his gimmick. Thought you guys knew, but you don't. You act like you know, but you don't. See, most of these people can't even stomach it. They come here and hear pedo crap. Hey, this is it. This is all. This is all. You're throwing accusations, watch traffic about people perving on your children. Prove it. Let's see the proof. Come in here. I'll give you a wrench so you can drop a link. How about that? You can feel like a king for the day. We can be trading places for a quick minute. And I'll look at your evidence and we'll go from there. How does that sound? Yeah. So if you guys wanted a war or something, you ain't gonna get one. These guys are not going to here, go up and be men. Why is it that AJM is showing up and Crafty Cat? Who sent them in here? Maybe it was the Holy of Holies above. Maybe I did it. So what's traffic? You've been talking a lot of garbage. Let's go, buddy. We'll be waiting for you for an hour. He's just like, I'm not going to show up. I know you're not. This is to prove how much of a coward you are. And that's it. You know, you can't come and talk to me because you got lots to hide, buddy. Let's get that straight. Let's get that out there so people really know the truth. You have a lot to hide with traffic. And you come in here and you talk trash and you just keep on doing this everywhere you go. I haven't even addressed you, bro. And all you do is sit up there with cucks and just talk that garbage. I can't believe it, man. You know I'm going to ask the tough questions, right? Is that why you're not going to show up? Damn, I shouldn't have scared him. I should have reeled him in with some candy first. I got a Tootsie Roll. Pop. You show me how many licks it takes. Crafty Cat. Between you and me, I think he already knows how many licks it takes to get to the center of that thing. The cream filling. He knows already. He won't even address it. I'm not going to address such slanderous statements. He sounds just like a queer. You know what I mean? Like, come on, dude. Just quit that. If you suck some penis, just say you did it. You know? Like, people, well, that first off, like, what do I care? It's your sex life, bruh, not mine. I won't be doing that. So you go ahead and do it all you want. But I do have some tough questions for you. They're not that bad, just a few. You can bring your new boyfriend in here too. Check him out and quit checking out my lips, man. Lip syncing is one thing, but doing your routine, nah, it's not good. Can we all just get along? We could. If you want to put that to the test, let's do it. It's close to 30 minutes left. I don't know. I could talk about social issues, but that gets kind of boring. But then again, we have examples of it, of what to look for in the outside. Some perv that might be creeping, like what's traffic or something like that. You got to look for evasive behavior. You got to look for no eye contact. And Karen V. Cox definitely does that. I don't think I've seen his face once without sunglasses on. Like, show your face on the panel and talk. Got sunglasses on in a closet and shit. And then he throws insults. I don't know how someone does that. Idiot can't even go outside. He's in a closet doing hook fingers on his cheekbone and shit. Like a weirdo. All right, dude. Yeah, you have room to talk about somebody. If you do, it's a studio. Takes 3 licks. No, let's wait for what's traffic to get in here. He'll tell us. He knows firsthand. Right, AJ? Back up. Come on, I'm calling you for backup. No, actually, don't say anything because we'll be in cahoots and working together. I secretly live in the UK. You know, I've been hiding my ex just a little bit, hiding it just a little. If you want to know the sound of my real voice, here it is. Okay. I come from the UK, just like him. And that's time I thought I'd tell the truth about it. I've adopted the American accent quite well, though. Wouldn't you say? Kind of bleeds through a little bit. AJ, all these people have on their minds this pedo shit constantly make me wonder, instead of saying the truth of governments around us and their agenda. You're completely right, mate. These people are certified crazy. It's amazing how they've been able to live for this long and pull this off this long. I'm from Manchester, so British blood, mate. Really in cahoots. Bloody wank. Come on, YOLO. You knew this was coming. I thought you knew this was coming. Oh, every FKN day, it's pedo shit. Yeah, it is. Both Gomez and UD are secretly AI programmed to duke it out. Probably, I have to beat Aaron to become the world champion. I know it sounds crazy, but I have to beat Aaron to become world champion. And once we get to world champion status, game over. But just wait, 2024, the Cucks and UD battle is on. Stronger than ever before. So you keep doing your little streams thinking you're funny. But at the end of the day, just know that I told you already. Like, this guy's insane. He's crazy and nuts. You could call me that if you want. But he's like a snake with 3,000 heads. And I think he's on the 999th one. He's got a bunch to go. So we just got to keep sawing the competition in two. Dissectionary. I don't know. Anyways. Now you're starting to sound like truth. No, I'm just telling jokes, man. Don't take it so seriously. Jeez, it's just YouTube, man. I was really hoping that What's Traffic would come up and talk to us. Heard a lot of interesting things about you. I don't want to get that out in the open. He doesn't even want to come in and tell his side of the story. Damn. Dude, it is embarrassing that someone like you has this channel name on his mind, coming out of his mouth, typing it in a computer or swiping on a cell phone. Very sick and disturbing that there's people like this. Just have no guts. They're just chat room warriors, and that's all they will ever be. What's Traffic? Oh, yeah. Who brought that up? Oh, yeah, Nicola. Bubblegum bitch brought that up. Yeah. That's his new name. What's Traffic? So he knows is math. What's traffic? Like when I go say, go play in traffic. Go play in traffic. Yeah, right. You're adorable. But it's, in this day and age, we got a lot of people waking up. And What's Traffic is definitely honking. Whatever that means. They're scared to leave their little safe space, of course. Shizzle with no opinion, Oh, how easy is it to get one over on him? We found one that doesn't give an opinion on anything. Just slides everything under the rug. You got people like, what's traffic in there? Kicking it with Tony and doing all these videos. We love Tony. Now let's talk about Tony. Obsessed with Tony. Still this day. That was probably his best friend. You never know. Look at that. I motivated Crafty Cat to do a stream. We got about 20 minutes here anyway. And then hopefully you have a stream all day and do some crazy stuff. Because your crazy stuff went into that last video I did perfectly. Especially with the shoes. Gotta love you throwing that shoe in there. I thought that was hilarious. And just skimming through without even the preview bar where you could see the screen or what's gonna play, and you could stop it there. It didn't even do that. I didn't know what was going on. And I see you throwing shoes. I'm like, oh wow. The heavens are really speaking now. Cause I was thinking, I need some more stuff with shoes. Then here comes Crafty with the shoes. And the money part was gonna go into fill this bag with money, but there was nowhere that was gonna fit. Because a lot of it was already made. The last part. I wasn't happy with some of the old version. You could watch it that old version if you want, just post that. But you in those shoes was hilarious. Shizzle's too busy streaming this and making comments to take you do. That's interesting. Is that why people are like going back and forth? Because it keeps going from like 13 to 17 to 8 to 10 to 13 to 18. Okay. It's just because people are restreaming this and they're just talking trash. They will never step foot in here. They are scared, is what it is. Petrified of urban. Some little Negro from California, they're scared of them. Gee, I wonder why you're scared of me. If you knew the truth, you would probably not really be afraid of me. You would embrace the second and third and fourth and fifth chances that this interesting human being is willing to, you would know that. And then you would say, oh, well, it's not so scary. They haven't got to that point yet. Petrified. He talking here. They'll talk about me all day, drop videos all day long. Got a bunch of sick goofs that are talking about children in weird ways doing this. Yeah, like I was a threat to them to begin with. Like, what? No. Once I was not their patsy and someone they could pull the wool over their eyes, then they started this little diss campaign. That's what happened. It all started off with little old lady out of Texas. Where exactly, I don't know. Denise. My toe. My toe hurts. She'd be throwing shade all the time. She's been throwing shade at me for quite a while, making me a part of something that, hey, man, who knows if you're not a part of it? I have to be a part of it, so maybe you're the one that's part of that. Oh, yeah, Corpus Crispy. That's right. She does like them extra tarry. We know that. Starry and tarry. Because she touched that tar, baby. She sure did. I don't even know what that meant. That could mean a million things. You know what I mean? So much traffic. We only have about 15 minutes left. So if you want to make your presence felt, I'll be respectful. What's truth, traffic? I'll be respectful. I won't throw insults. I won't even throw shade. I won't throw anything negative at you. And that's a guarantee. And when these words come from this mouth and I say guaranteed, you can guarantee there ain't going to be no negativity. It's going to be all positivity. Definitions may vary, so that's the disclaimer. Body of Christ. Oh, sweet Jesus. Does it mean that? Oh, shit. They really screwed up. They even have these people living in places where they like, look at Rimrock and Aaron V. Cox. First of all, it rhymes. Second of all, we know. Oh, that thought came up again. So, Aaron, please, for the love of God, can you tell us, was it 14 or 16? Because I kind of remember 14. But yeah, I've been waiting for that answer. So what was it? 14. There's 14 people watching. It was 14. Thank you for giving me the answer. Jeez. Yeah, I know their chats suck. You want to see it from the original source? You come on. Stay at UD's. Have a good time. Have a bite while we're at it. Have some snacks. Kick back. Kick your feet up. Drink a cup of tea. Twisted tea. It comes out of a pee-pee. Stare at that pee-pee. Yeah. Corpus Crispy. I don't know if you remember when I did the Tennessee fricassee chicken with that lady eating the rat with the fried chicken from the Willy's movie. I love that movie growing up. I've used a bunch of parts in my videos for that. Like the kid with all the flies on his face. He's like dead in the refrigerator. And they go, that's what happens to things that go bad. It's supposed to be a you bad things. You know, I just realized everyone got to be bad, bad this and bad that. Do you really feel this way in the inside? If you do, I feel sorry for you. Or is it peer pressure? Because, well, good is too corny. Well, I think bad is too corny. What's it only got? Like a couple things that bad people do? That's pretty corny. I would say be inventive with yours. Not bad nor good, negative nor positive, but just flowacious. Flowmatic, you know what I mean? That's what I'm talking. That's me. I guess that would be like a Libra or something like that. But yeah, okay. Yeah. But it is how it goes. That's probably why people say, you're a very patient person. I tell them, I don't really see it that way. Obviously, you have some real nasty thoughts in your head that you would do to someone that really irritates you. I just want them away from me. That's it. Just get away from me. Shut up. So what's traffic? We are running out of time, bro. Damn. This is getting sad. You had so much to say. I figured, like, man, I feel obligated to invite you on a stream, give you $1. Not money, but like an hour, 1 hour. You didn't even want to show up. You just want to restream it. If you're doing it, I don't know. I don't know your channel. I don't have you subbed or anything. Because you don't interest me. The only reason Aaron V. Cucks interests me is, well, he's got my phone number. He's got all this information about me. So that kind of sucks that he has this. You can just call at will. You know, when the skillet's getting a little too hot for that oil and it starts to burn that crispy chicken. Well, of course, we have this guy to put out the grease fire with water. You know what I mean? Just exploding the situation into what it is right now. Putting out all these constant videos, like just of stupidity that didn't even mean anything. Look how he was 2 years ago. He didn't even want me on the panel. But yet he called me the other day and wanted to have a conversation with me. Now he's begging for me to come on panel. Well, you know, you're not that serious, bro. Yeah, that's if I'm holding a YouTube stream. But what do you do? pick up the phone. Oh, I got Urban Disciples' number saved. And he just calls me. Why are you doing that? We aren't even friends, dude. How do you feel even correct in yourself to, like, hey man, I'll just send him a text message. That's what the YouTube channel comment section is for. We met on YouTube. We keep it that way. Just because you have my number and I haven't changed it does not mean you can just dial me up. I'm asking you, look in yourself. Why are you dialing my number up? Why are you asking to get on private calls? I don't give a fuck. Don't ask me that shit. Oh yeah, Urban Disciples supposed to be obligated to get on the stream and get on phone calls with us. No, I'm not doing that. Bad as dad backwards. Oh, you just realized that? I think I said that like 3,000 streams ago. That means I hold a lot of streams, yeah. Well, I know they're going to be all upset because I told the truth about this, but it all comes from when Diana X specifically asked zombies on my channel. Of course, gotta happen here. Are you being a bad boy or a good boy? First of all, she used boy to like a 40-year-old man. So I'm like, something strange about that. And then I was saying like bad. In my head, I'm thinking, well, of course that means something. Like a baddie. You know what I mean? Never mind. But yeah, it comes from that. And then, oh, look at dab. And just another word they just use all the time. Dab. And me being in this community, the thing about the Satanism and the backwards, it just comes natural. So usually I just look at stuff. And when I'm looking at it, especially in this little sector, I have to look at it backwards too. It's just a natural instinct at this point in time, you know. Well, I'm glad you see it. You don't have to hear it from me. You can see it for yourself. Those are the best revelations. That I tell you, then you see it. It's like, well. See, that X. I knew I would summon the D. What's going on? How you doing? That's what happened. And that's why I was paying attention to the word bad. Oh, yeah. And it was also on Angela G's shirt. I forgot what the band was. It was like, I forgot the band name, but the shirt said all bad things or something like that. Like bad things, like Michael Jackson. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I'm doing all right. I was waiting for this guy, What's Truth, to come up and talk with me. He just seems to have a lot to say. He's talking a lot of nonsense, a lot of trash too. And since he was feeling really spirited about this, I wanted to invite him on a panel. Just me and him, and Aaron can be on his side if he needs backup. He didn't want to show up. He just wants to mirror my videos and streams and look at my lips syncing, my lip syncing. My lips, look. I don't know why he's doing that, man. He's already sucking penises. Why is he looking at my lips? Like I said, I don't care what you do, but I don't swing that way. So if you're gonna have these dirty thoughts, I know I can't stop you from having dirty thoughts about my lips, but if you could please just not me, please. I might do something in the other realm, and I don't want it. Okay.
All right. We got a question in my chat about the pinned comment about the chocolate water that killed What's Truth's dog. When What's Truth's neighbor was filming him, and you can see a clip of it in one of my PDF flicks that I made, like I think last week, maybe the beginning of this last week. And anyways, yeah, What's Truth neighbor started filming him because he met up with Port Earp Farmer, which he was a failed stripper. And all of a sudden, and the stripper didn't realize that that What's Truth was maybe filming. No, not maybe. He was filming his house, and the stripper comes over to say that his dog was dehydrated, been in the yard all day without water, and you could clearly see on the footage of the failed stripper bringing over a big bowl of water that was dark. He was in a clear Tupperware. I believe it was clear or maybe blue, but you could tell that the water wasn't clear. It was dark brown, like it had chocolate in there, maybe some melted chocolate and all stirred in. And then what was it? What's truth? Like a month or so later is when your dog passed. But anyways, now that failed stripper has been, like, let's say, taken out and moved into Crackhead City, and major fail. So it comes upon others like Glenda and the urban dickless disciples to put What's Truth on blast and keep myself on blast. I don't know. Maybe he's getting about a hundo just to from the Muffin Man, just to keep people on blast. But yeah, very sick story. It's out there. It's being suppressed about the What's True story, and his neighbor, the failed stripper, filming him for Porter Farmer, AJM, Krusty Cat, No Justice, who else? Mad Max, and many others. AJM, yeah, I think I mentioned AJM. But yeah, they would film as much as they could of the children during the day from across the street, and then at night it'd be Krusty Cat, AJM, Porter Farmer at night getting their stripper shows, since it was already a paid for show. Just saying. Proof is out there.
Sometimes nonsense is entertaining. Sometimes
Oh
it's
wow.
just nonsense. Yup. But anyways, I'm waiting for What's Truth to show up because he's been talking a lot of that nonsense. We can talk nonsense together. You really find that entertaining, wouldn't you? I'm not gonna beg or plead. I'm just gonna ask over and over. You have a lot to say in the chat room. Come up face to face with your boy Irby and see how fast the tide changes. I'm guaranteeing it'll wash your sins completely away. I know you're not bored over there. You're just listening to me. I know. Kind of riding a tidal wave or something like that. But if you're going to bow, how do you say that? You're going to bow out or bow out? You're going to do that. Yeah. Please don't feel like you're bound and shackled over here to be doing. You can leave anytime. You can say peace, leave anytime. Right? You know exactly what I mean. Let's try it out. Well, I don't think he's going to be showing up, Dynex. I'm sorry to disappoint people. You know, I thought he would have enough cojones or at least a little bit of humanity in him to vocalize his concerns with Urban Disciple like he really has some. The deal is he don't have any, but he wants to act like he does, all for his buddy boy over there. Perfect buddy for you. I know. 5-star everything. What's True only goes on panels now that don't know his history. I'll bet he's in Shizzle's whole. Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, it's unfortunate. You know, Shizzle is over there lying too, talking about, well, I find this CMN stuff disgusting, and you know, I never agree with him. Mm. Well, there's been 2 times from my looking at you that you just brushed over that and didn't give a shit. Twice. You didn't give a shit until it was pounded into you like a cake. Then you saw the fellow frosting. And then you had the shizzle sprinkles. And of course, you had the cucks cut. That perfect slice for you. And what did you do? You went ahead and fed it to that fat ass CMN anyway. Why? Oh, I ain't gonna say nothing. At the end of it all, you turn the other cheek. That is a forgivable sin in the eye of the Lord, unfortunately. Well, actually, no, you're not supposed to turn your back on the Holy Spirit. And you did that when you turned a blind eye to see him in and his comments about 14-year-olds being hot. How are you not going to listen to that and be like, this guy is a fucking freak? And I tested you too, and you still fell for it. Guy's a weirdo. He's just going on buses, probably creeping on people, school kids. Who knows what he's doing? He's going into places where he's not supposed to be at, trying to gather stories. Now, what do you think that means? This guy's trying to make the news for bad behavior. Remember, all bad things. This is their motto. I'm telling you. There's like a little gang of them. They all share this shit. Oh, look, that's my news story right there. Setting it all up so the news like get famous. I was a witness. This is why you see all these YouTubers, or at one point there was a bunch of shilly YouTubers making the news. And you know why? Might have something to do with that what's traffic guy or something like that. ABC is his safety blanket. Yeah, for now. For now. I didn't know he was cool with that guy. I thought they were beefing or something. I guess not. I guess it's just the urban beef show. When it comes to them, not all these people do this. Some people just leave it alone. But Aaron and Shizzle to a lesser extent. I haven't been paying attention to Shizzle. It's more about Aaron v. Cox these days. But, you know, on this special Sunday occasion on the weekend, I feel like playing in traffic a little bit. But before we do that, I feel like asking, what's traffic? What does that mean? It can mean a bunch of things. Gathering bits and pieces from different places. My nest goes like this. They're talking about kids all day. They're talking in weird little languages. They claim they're not the peas. So they provide the pea soup, or, and then it goes to, you know, go play in traffic, N-word. Go play in traffic, huh? Interesting. Choice of words for someone who, yeah. No. It didn't come out. At the end of the day, back in the day, you did talk with Tony on panels. The only one who was chilled without losing his shit, because Cox lost his shit, so did a few others, was Tony, and started slobbering. I'll bet they did. I have nothing to hide with nobody. I went up and told Tony and his crowd some intimate details of my life dealing with this subject. And that goof turning around, and then he was victim shaming. Well, I wouldn't even call a victim. I don't know. I don't even know. It was an experience, something that happened in my life. But he, as the nice Christian man he was, turned that around and said I was disgusting, blah, 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 all this shit. And yeah, I never lost any composure with that guy. There was no reason to. He wasn't a threat to me. He wasn't annoying to me. The only person I guess you so-called say I lost my shit against or with was that Kevin Kononplenko. That's it. But that was more of a show so he could just leave me alone. Not that I didn't feel that way, but I didn't feel completely that way from someone over the internet. I just wanted him to shut up. And he did for about 20 seconds, and he went back to his shit again. So literally 20 seconds. He's like, you know, gulping over there. Come on, man. I'm kind of scared over here. That's what it was supposed to do. And all of a sudden, you know, the worst of the worst happens. You fucking pedo, you fucking bitch, nigger bitch. You fucking pedo. Like, yeah. So Kevin Kononplenko he will never show his face in here because I have blocked that little coof. That little monkey can do his jumping jacks elsewhere. But he'll probably come in as some little troll account that he thinks I don't know about. Thinks I never knew about it. What a goof. He's cute, but he ain't fine. He ain't a fine wine. Oh wait, he is. He's a fine whiner. That's all he was doing. My Facebook and my kids. Shut up, bitch. No one gives a fuck about you. You're a troll. And that kid shit, that was a ruse. One of the most pathetic people I've ever run across on this platform. Maybe you should stick to the Bundys and ABC. I don't know about this Bundy situation. But if it's anything to do with like Ted Bundy and his obsession with that and just using that as a, oh, here's a story I could use, and he's all hiding his creepy ways, I could see that as a possible thing. I don't give a fuck about that rancher. Edmund Bundy. Oh my God, he was shot. Was it fake or was it real? I don't know. I don't know why you care so much. Was it one of your family members, Shauna Ka? ABC. Watch him make a video of that. That's Fellman jargon. And then Shizzle, oops, you said jargon. Yeah, I did. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, that sitcom, you guys will be thousandaires with that. Not quite millionaires. Nah, it's not that intriguing, but I would definitely pay $10 for the season of Cox and Shizzle. I want to see it. Damn, what's truth? I have been so nice and extended the time to 104, and you have just slapped me right across the face. I know you'll continue to do this, man, and there will never be a resolution because you won't come up and talk. Then I think, does there have to be a resolution to this? Yes, there does. It has to happen. So, any last words? I've extended this a little too long. I will ask the bookie to get the replay of What's Truth given his testimony. If you don't mind, bubblegum bitch, can you kind of summarize this so-called testimony so we can all get a good grasp and a good grip on what's been going down? Don't be quivering in your boots. You know, you're singing some lovely love notes over there, but other than that, you know, stop trying to butter me up, dude. Come on now. Rye. Let's go. Guy wants me so bad. Rye. That's cute. Very adorable. That's something you would call a little child when you call him Rye. Oh, so I'm your little kid. I'm wondering what kind of dominance he's into, that SMN stuff. Now I get why he likes CMN. It's close to SMN. No telling what that dirty little wiener is into. CMN. Well, UT admitted to smoking. Oh goodness. For rock? Is this, and this guy is, wow. What's traffic? You are just a sick bastard. A depraved, sick man. Sucking penis for rock cocaine. That's about as low as it gets, dude. And you have the audacity to ever sit in front of a microphone or even a keyboard and type the things you do when you're sucking penises for crack cocaine. like a little druggie. Fuck, man, you are so pathetic. Little dope head. Sucking penises like a little prostitute for crack. God, what a loser. If you've ever done that, you've already lost the game in life. You lost all your dignity. I could go on the gay shit. And in penises for crack shit. For rock. Wow. Like a dope head. Oh my gosh. You couldn't go to work and make some money and then go buy some crack? Not even like for crack or against it, but if that gets you by, what am I gonna say about it? It's the same thing. Like, man, but you sucking penises for it. Well, hold on. He's doing a job. He's doing what he loves for the love of dope cocaine. I get it. He was getting in crack for crack. Got it. Booty crack. That's what he was getting into. To make it clear, he's already sucking penises for crack and admits that. You know what I mean? First of all, I don't know why you would want to. Oh, okay, never mind. Maybe you wanted to tell somebody. I got you. But listen to that. You have the audacity to say anything about anybody. You went to the lowest of the low, the grungiest level possible. You sucked penis for poison, dude. Wow. What an idiot. And who knows if that dude didn't have demon seed all in his ball sack and you're just swallowed. Man, this guy, you know what? Just go ahead, go play in some more traffic, bro. And keep your kids off the line and stop accusing people of creeping on them like every other goof does on here. I'm sure AJM, I don't believe you when he says that he was creeping on his kids and saying sexual things because they were in a pool. Yep. That besides, I'm sure it just wasn't you and him. Like, yeah, AJM, he did that. I haven't heard not one person say that, just you. So I know you're lying. And if you're not, prove me wrong, and I'll gladly apologize. Get the proof out, bust it out, but you won't. Like you won't come in here. At least detective typed in there. You just sitting back listening. It's got nothing better to do. Urban Disciple streams are the best when it comes to this sector. All they do is talk about children and shit. And I'm asking you why you do that. It's so hilarious. No one has an answer. It's just Urban Disciples the freak. And that's how it goes. That's all it's been doing. Yes, suck cock for poison, UD said it best. Yeah, he did. He sucked penis for poison. And then he has the nerve to get up here and talk about somebody, talk trash about somebody and their lip syncing, paying attention to my lips, knowing he sucked penis for crack. That's a game changer right there. He better call an audible. Really. He needs to throw that Hail Mary and quickly. Give it to me. Give me the ball, dude. It's over. You sucked penis for crack. Listen to that. And you're proud of that. You told the story, which I don't know if I should give you kudos for telling that story. It sounds like a familiar dopehead story. Couldn't even be inventive and creative about it. He got his money to get the crack. Whatever, dude. What a loser. No, really? So not only is he a crackhead, he's a cheese puff too. Oh, God. Well, okay, he's supplying the split pea. He's not bullshit. He puts penis in his mouth. He is a smoky kind of man. Smoking out the competition, I see. This is what, I bet. I bet. That's why he don't want to come in here. He don't want to talk to me. Because he knows after I'm done with him, he might be seeing his last days. He don't want to run into me. Tell him, Cox. He don't want to run into me. Tell him. Cox knows why. And Shizzle, you don't want to talk about me. Shizzle might have had another one. But he's cool on Urban Disciple. But you just keep fucking with him for no reason. Coolest guy on the block, excuse me. Oh, is that even better? Nah, it's worse. Is she a brick house or am I steel as stone? I know, it's only a Cox would get that joke. Steel as stone. Cold Steve Austin. I turned it into a wrestling thing. Don't worry. The secret is safe with L and me. Felony. Shit, Crafty Cat just invaded my space. But it was great. It's classic. Even have a private link to PDF and Max's stream. Well, he claims you were pervert on his kids, which I don't believe that. People will be talking about that all day long if you were doing that. And even if you were, why would you say it in chat? You know that's videos for years on AJM. Right there, you say something like that. And some of these freaks want that, like CMN, for example. Tom Britton out of Washington State. Britain. What's his name? Thomas, like the cat. Tom and Jerry. Where's Jerry? He's the mouse, right? Yeah. Cats and cheese and mice again. Not saying it's not his real name, but how coincidental is Tom perving on 14-year-olds and he happens to be a cat? Mice and cheese. Gets worse. Aaron V. Cox and Smokey's like, it doesn't get any more picture perfect. God couldn't have set this up any more perfect than it already did. You better take advantage. That bubblegum has always been taking lead on this, and fellow man. Aaron's still watching. So he should just, here, I'll drop a link for you. No, hey, Aaron V. Cox, go get What's True. Tell him I invited him here. I think he may have forgotten. You know, when we're getting older, we tend to forget a little. And he's forgiven for that. Just tell him Urban Disciple want him in here. He wants to talk to him about a couple of things. I want to ask him why he wanted to lower himself so badly for dope that he would suck a penis. I want to know what it's like to get into a mind of that. I step foot in here, not afraid. All right, Eminem. Calm down over there, rap star. Speaking of Eminem, you got your chocolate covered coated candies? Melt in your mouth and also in your lap because you do weird things. Shizzle. You are afraid. Stop that. Don't say you're not. You know you need your buddy, Cucks. You know you need him. It'll be a 2-on-1 handicap match. I just want to ask Cox some questions, too. What happened with that lady that you found tore up and wiped out on the side of the road? That means, what, she got hit by a car? Was this a pedestrian walking? Was she in a car? I have questions to this. You wanted to tell me these intimate stories, and then you expect me to not have questions? Dude, what's going on, man? Good kids are to be seen and not heard. I get it. The good little monkey I am. Get it. The good little monkey I am. Come on, give me some treats. Give me some treats. Aaron, these are simple questions. I really do have concerns about this because this could make it into a next Urban Disciple classic. But it might do some damage. You see, you might not be around to see it. That might be the problem. Before I post this, I will put it in my safe space. You know, since I'm a state actor and all. No, not we all get on panel, because then it gets goofy. We get one on one or one on two, because Shizzle can actually mute out, for lack of a better term. I didn't want to trigger anything, but he can actually mute out and be quiet. You can shut the back door, okay? Not the front. He's against that. Yeah, but it's way more fun that way. I bet it is. Here, we go to your panel and do that. You can have Urban Disciples as a special guest referee. I know too much wrestling. I should go and lay down. Too much wrestling on the brain. So, yeah, I just get confused. That's all. People with a lot to say. They don't think that they have access or something. We could have a conversation, voice to voice. But when that happens, there's no more chat room stuff. But then they start to retreat when there's no more chat room stuff. When they have to talk to me, voice to voice. You notice that trend? So I can't say that about Nicola, because Nicola has always maintained a certain pattern. Kind of just shows up in streams on occasion. And that's how I've seen this person. Not like Cox. Oh, let's go up and talk about some split pea soup. You know, he'll spend all his intimate details doing that. But now, all of a sudden, hold on. What was his last comment? We'll go ahead and pin that if we can find it. Yeah, well, it sounds like it's about to get rowdy out here. And Urban don't want it. First of all, let's dissect this comment. And then I'm going to get out of here because for what? What am I here? Detective Gomez. Hey, Rai Rai. I thought it was stupid that you had to put, you have to, too much Beavis and Butthead. I'm not coming on your panel. I think you're with them now. And I'm cooking chili, Colorado. Decode that, freak. Well, obviously, I'm doing a good job decoding his sick meanings by his perversions. You should give Urban Disciple some props. Now he's so scared he won't even show up because I've almost quacked his code, the little smoky. Anyone else find it interesting that he has all the clips? Even Fellowmon put duck lips on him because he's definitely a little smoky, a little scared little smoky. Go get your other dudes. We'll have a good time. Come on, get them. Did Crappy just figure this out? They have been doing it for years. Honestly, I think so. And I'm not, it's funny you bring that up because I was thinking the same thing. But I can kind of tell when someone's full of shit and when someone's like genuinely kind of interested in something. Like, I kind of see what you're putting there. Yeah, so I don't know, it's your call. Who's the bookie, the 5-time WCW champion? Shitbag Cox and all the rest are too scared now to panel up with UD. Isn't that sick? He can sit there and talk about his chili, Colorado, and have split pea soup all up on my panel. When it comes to the tough questions, I know he's a real tough guy, tough little boy. But when it comes to tough stuff, he is there to be rough. dog food. FM, he's the okay. Yeah, he won't get with the bookie. He won't get with Urban Disciple. He's definitely remember when Bubblegum. Remember when Cox was such this courageous guy, and everyone's muting me out. No one lets me talk, and we're all giving him a chance to talk. And what does he do? He's running. He's running scared. He should be on this question. Think about it. I'm getting a little tired of you. Get up here, show your grill, flash those headlights, actually take those glasses down. And I want to watch. No, that's okay. We could just watch your icon bumper. Is it what it's doing up here? Bumpering. You come over to my hood, bro. It would be a great job. Oh, Yayo Ma's gotta apologize to me. All the crap it's put me through. All the BS. I've never been against Yayo Ma ever. It turned against me. I didn't know who it was. So don't. Could be someone that's the greatest of all times. You never know. But I think I unblocked Yayo Ma a long time ago. They just don't know this. I unblocked your Nicola account a long time ago too. But I don't want to go in like chats and be like, hey, Nicola, guess what? Guess what? Did that for you. And like some kind of weirdo. I just remembered right now. It did a long time ago. So next time you can just type with that. If it's you, then we'll find out if it's really you or not. Sexual registry. Here we go again. Cox, 14 or 60. The world wants to know. I especially want to know. I want to know what happened in that hot tub where in 2019 I was defending it and people knew what you were doing, and I'm sitting there, and no wonder they were saying that. Oh, you're a perv. I'm sitting there thinking Cox is just talking normal, like a civilian, like a human being. No, he's talking like a little cave monkey. Obsessed with it. Feel like he reached the mountaintop for some reason. Please. And this guy, this is the only thing he was talking about, cooking chili Colorado. How ironic. Does this guy always cook this? Maybe it's the only thing he knows how to cook. That split pea soup was definitely a fail. Like somebody's old gym socks marinated in water, soaking up all the nice juices. That's what it looked like. Throwing some little acorns in there. We didn't even get to see the grand finale, the little smokies that went in there. It's because there were no smokies, as in sausages. You get it? He never showed that part when the little smokies went in there. We were on there for an hour and some change, making soup. Nah. Listen, AGM, I just want to know. Well, I do want to know a few things, but at this point in time, just one thing. Were they saying 14 or 16? Because you probably said something and leaked it out with your big old duck lips. Couldn't help yourself but to gloat about your mishaps in this life. Well, I'll say this, man, in all fairness. As long as you don't judge yourself too harshly, what can the world do to you? It's a fraudulent myth. And soon you will see. Don't go to sleep. Cash on if you peep. ABC got doo-doo in his mouth and in his pot. Oh yeah. It's Chile, Colorado. Chile, Chile, Colorado. Is that a Chile, Colorado? Sounds reasonable. I wonder how that kitchen smells, man. Did you dry age your pub's doo-doo logs? The dry age process locks in the freshness. So it makes an outer shell. And then you hear him explaining this crappy chili. I wonder if he puts beans in there. I thought I saw some black beans in there. So, okay, he's got brown peas, green peas, brown peas, and black beans. You know what he's into. This, he doesn't have to, well, if you fed the dog corn, then you don't have to put corn in there. You don't have to add it. Smell what the rock is cooking? I know. You've seen enough logs to know what I'm talking about, haven't you? Anyways, enough with the jokes. You speak of Beware Mouse, who we all know gets in our chats using multiple sock counts. What would this guy be doing in my chat anyway? I rarely talk about the guy. I actually felt bad for him when some dude went into a convenience store and started pointing. This guy's a pedophile. Like, who is this goof? You know what I mean? Okay, yeah, he's on paper. But I think you should only reveal that information if the situation fits. Not a convenience store. Well, was he? Hold on. I do have one question. Was he picking up a pack of Smokies? Because if he was, then he should be yelling that out. Now, he did have a red shirt on. It wasn't blue. So, Virginia Slims, I think, 100s. Yeah. Okay. He may have been in here. Who knows? Like I said, I don't have anything for or against him. I don't care. He did his time. He's out in prison or wherever he was at. He doesn't matter to me. He's peanuts. There's a million mice out here. Who is he? He's just another fucking freak that you see on the ketchup Redditor and shit. Oh, well, I wasn't really gonna do anything. That's what they all say. I wasn't really gonna do it. And who knows? Maybe you weren't. But you went over their house, 14-year-old and shit. What the fuck? I never even get into when I really think about that shit. How can your mind even go that young? What's wrong with people, man? I personally think people are too sexually motivated to begin with. I mean, a nice healthy dose of it's fine, but their whole existence, sex, in the biggest climax. You could just imagine this Aaron B. Coxon, what goes through his mind during that. You know what I mean? I could just see little flying meters all over the place. I mean, mini tacos dripped in hot sauce. You don't know what this guy is. You know, he's making videos of, you know, I'm done. Poor old Mouse can't even get it up. You know, that's an excuse that a pedophile would use. No, not a pedophile, some kind of child molester. He would say something like that. Oh, well, it doesn't work anyway, so I couldn't even have sex with him. That's our alibi right there. We can't get it up. If you watched Chris Hansen, you would see that's one of the plays in the book. Go for the up and right. It can't do that. Whatever. The poor guy can't even get it up. Oh, goodness. You sound just like pedophiles. Jesus, man. That's sick shit. You guys are just. One day you will get what you got coming to you. Bubba right in that butt. Bam. And he's going to just tear you to bits. He's going to tear your ass to bits. And then wipe your ass out. Cox. I'm still wondering why you're making your chili Colorado cream in the Urban Disciple in the shower. I remember there was a real creepy shower video he did while he's playing my voice, responding to me in the shower. Sound like he was having the title of one of my last videos. It didn't sound good. It sounded very sick. And this is the fear I have about even showing, I'm almost that cat that's against social media. Not people being on it, but me. I don't want people to see my face. I don't want them to know I exist. I don't care. I was cool with just doing videos and no one knew who I was. No one see my face. It was these freaks that went, hey, let's see what he looks like. So I eased them into, I used a filter over my face. It was a red and black filter. And then one day I just exposed it all and took the filter off. I forgot on which video, but it was like one of those videos where if I didn't do it here, it wouldn't have meaning to it. Oh yeah, it was about taking masks off the face. I used a Kane promo. And that's why I revealed it. I took my mask off my face so that I would finally be accepted. But that didn't happen, did it? That's the promo. Maybe Slow Mez was having a toss, and man, Dr. Mengele, I believe so. It was pretty cringy. I don't know if you were around during this time, and I'm sure I recorded that, but it's long gone on a device that fell in some water or cracked in my palm of my hand by crushing it or something like that. Yeah, shit's all somewhere, but it did happen. I'm telling you right now, that happened. It was just disgusting and cringy. If Cox had any balls, he would come in here and be like, oh yeah, I remember I did that shower video where I was responding to you in the shower. What a fucking freak. You couldn't wait? So, no, I thought you'd be taking baths with rubber duckies. That was more your steam, more your smoke, but whatever. Anyways, I'm about to get up out of here. It's been a pleasure having people chat in, but we're highly disappointed. And I thought there was going to be a change of heart. I was like, no, there's no way he's going to be the coward that I think he's going to be. He's going to man up. He's going to come in. But he didn't do that. So what's traffic? Looks like we've hit the crossroads. Looks like we're at a four-way stop here. Maybe a three-way, who knows? What's going on, Mr. Jones? We're at a three-way stop here. So this is go one of three ways. You can be your little chat room warrior. I think that's going to happen. You can come up, face Urban Disciple, or you'll just be talking to yourself if you think that you see me in chat. You won't. You will just be blocked on my end because I have no time for weird guys who get online, put their kids online in a pool, and then make up stories, fabricate stories about AJM looking at the downy parts on your fabricated story. Saying he was talking sexual about your children. That stuff's not gonna fly, man. That's bullshit. He sounds just like another one. Oh, these faggots you gotta watch out for sucking penis for poison, crack cocaine. Not even any good stuff, not even cocaine. Crack cocaine, rock. That's the nerve, right? I think I was on panel when ABC was showering. Were you on panel? I know he's done this more than once. He talks about zombies. You get zombie peeing in his mouth because that's one of his playful pieces. You know, it's like a work of art for him. So he gets down to business when he's watching someone piss in their mouth. Got piss and shit fetishes. Better watch out for that guy. If they're like that, you don't know what lurks in that mind. They're already unstable as it is. They're consuming things that are coming out. Bottom feeders. This is what they are in just life. So double reverse loop-de-loop. Sounds like a Cox comment. ABC takes the Ducone smacking himself video with him in the shower. Pinnable. I forgot all about that. Not only do we have what's cracking, smoking smokies for dopey, we have Aaron Cox with Ducone in his jerk off videos. I'm telling you, Mr. Jones, I don't know, you probably do remember this. Remember the video this Aaron V. Cox did, and he was in the shower when he was doing a response video to me, sound like he was wanking his wee-wee, making these sounds and all this shit. Remember that? Oh my goodness, what a disgust. These are some perverted people. I'm telling you, man. I couldn't even. I have to say, dream. It's like a nightmare. I couldn't even have a nightmare that I was this creepy. You know what I mean? I would know in the nightmare that ain't me. That ain't me. Wouldn't even happen. Yes, I see. There it is. There's the proof right there. All right, what's Mr. Jones? He's no proof. Well, I am the proof, and he's the backup to the proof. It did happen. And he sounded like he was jerking the curtain to Urban Disciple in a response video. What a fucking piece of shit you are. What a pervert you are. APM, a pretty monotheism, was correct. Because I questioned when she's like, he's a real perv. And she said it with such conviction, Cox. That was what was confusing. I'm like, is he really that bad? Because she sounds like she's convinced about this. And you are a real perv. Listen, we'll go down a little mini list right here. You like the mini lists, right? You're recording boo-boo logs. Multiple times you've done this, right? You're recording yourself in the shower. You're licking knives. You're in a closet with sunglasses. I mean, you're making your cultured, structured water. He's supposed to, like, Jones, he's supposed to be taken seriously because he does that. Man. Whatever happened to manhood? I don't know. It was weird, that stream. Oh, if you remember it, then you know what I'm talking about. Because people will ask me, like, well, what you deal with Aaron V. Cox? He's been perving and been a sicko and been on my tail. He's been doxed my addresses. He's been stalking. And I am like 80% sure on something because he knew a little too much of the information that he shouldn't have known. Just one of two things that happened during this time. And we don't know. We ain't going to say it here. Man, it's turned into vaginas and tampons. That's about it. And what can I do to sit up here and talk about my experience? I'm not saying to stay away from Aaron and all these people. No, I'm telling you, yeah, go and talk to them and ask them questions about why are 14-year-olds hot? Whatever happened to that chick that you found wiped out and tore up on the road? You know, best case scenario, he's making this story up, just a little code talking, doing the dumb shit. That's best case scenario, actually. Worst case scenario, wiped out and tore up. It's not like a biblical thing, right? Flesh of my flesh and bones of my rock. Wait, that's more of a what's traffic thing? Bones of my rock. Yeah, that's right. My bad. I don't want to mix you two up. Flesh of my flesh and what was the rest going? That's believable. I do believe he's just made that shit up. He's making stuff out, pulling out of his ass like he usually does. Probably doesn't even remember the story. That's why he won't even talk about it. Like, yeah, I remember I told that bullshit to make it seem like I was some hero. I know. Actually, I don't know. Probably, I want to say it was a double R incident. Road rage for people that want to know. Where 23 people get to see how much of a not a man what's truth is. And we already know Cox, man. He's wormy. The only thing he's doing is making a new premiere out of this. But even if we were to bury the hatchet, a couple months later, it would come up to the same thing. It's the state actor we're talking about right here, Urban Disciples. It was working for, he made up so many people I work for. It's very hard to believe anything he's saying. He works for Denise. Did you ever say I worked with Agent 19? Or I was working with you for a minute. Remember that? That's how easy it is. And the same stuff he's crying about is the same stuff he's doing. They're working together and working together. Who's working together? Who's working together? Psychotic weirdo. Who's working?
Hey, Urban, I thought you were wrenched in Denise's chat at one time. Oh my gosh. I think he's about to end out here in a minute. And we're going to pick up where we left off yesterday with Scotty Karate's cuckathon going on that I recorded. When was that? 11/25. Oh, yes, like a week or so ago. Right. We'll be here in a minute or so.
You're working the crowd. That's what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what entertainers do,
Just
is work the crowd.
And probably Shizzle.
Work that crowd.
He admits to being a troll. I'm not trolling anybody.
Oh,
When
he's
I
not
say
trolling
something, I'm
nobody.
I'm not putting on no front.
Uh-huh. I would have to highly disagree with those white Michael Jackson gloves you had going at the beginning of your stream there, dude.
Come on.
Wanting to fantasize about 15,
2
14,
hours.
15,
Can't
16-year-olds.
Can't believe it.
You sick bastard. Oh, that was a good tea burp. Yeah, buddy. Man, Bubblegum Bitch is just glued. He's about to rage quit here in a minute.
I think he gets all his best material from Denise.
No, she gets it from me, actually. She's the one that takes everything that I say and twists around.
He's just Mr. Original on everything.
Right.
All he does is take YouTuber statements. He's trolling.
That's why I got awards for originality, original shit. Just saying.
Anyways, it's been fun. I gotta go.
Man, what a loser. Oh, he dipped out. All right. Yeah, he dipped out there. So I'm gonna go over to when Scotty Cucarate's little Spurg session from last week, the 25th of November, it looks like. And yesterday I only got like 6 minutes in, so I think I'll just play it from the beginning. The reason why I got to play the audio only, I had some calls that came through. I don't want the phone numbers popping up.
You know, I don't mind swinging back, but this going on and on and on and on, being assigned to, by the puppy mill, or having the puppy mill assigned to me and Vic now, it looks like. They are trying to figure out every move that Vic does and what's going on. Man, wow, woo, baby. Oh yeah, and they're playing Cameron Decker, the rapist videos. These guys. What else? Do a little recap. This is last night, so I can't really remember. That's why I'm just putting it on while I get dressed and take a shower, right? Okay, because that's how important these guys are.
Oh, look, Vic.
Yeah, right. Oh, man.
Did Vic come back? Vic come back.
Vic put some eyeballs in his chat.
I think I gave him a wrench. Does he have a wrench?
Okay, see how easy it is to lead this little puke bag around? You put something out in front of him. He's going one way, and you put it out in front of him. Man, you got like a bull on a noose, on a nose noose, leading around by a little chain.
Vic came back for he came back with his wrench. Yeah, I knew you'd come back to me, Vic. You can call in. I think I have the link. Yeah. We don't usually put people backstage. We only did it to Aaron that one time, Vic, because he was. Sorry, I won't do this other thing. It's rude.
Oh, it's rude, but he keeps on doing it. But what's amazing is the reason why he put me backstage is because he wanted the evidence on something. So I start playing the stream that has that evidence on there. It took a minute to get it dialed in. You're not dialed in like this guy. Scotty Karate, you'll hear it here later on, maybe, is, man, he's got the deets of Mr. Cox and this RSO rodent. Got all the information on his desk. I mean, he's pulling it up and giving court case numbers and can cite a little bit of fact, tiny little bit of fact. The rest is fantasy and twisted around because they're covering for the main supporter that gave that RSO thousands of dollars, Dustin Flathead Corruption Watch. But anyways, man, he's got all the information, but you ask him if he's got the information right up on top of his desk about Mr. Connors, you'll lose him. Pretty important, though.
I was playing streams. I was trying to have
Right.
a conversation.
He was trying to. No. He wasn't trying to have a conversation. He never really does that because he doesn't have the attention span to actually have a conversation. He'll talk over you, and you say, "Hey, finding bench warmers. Did you know the Coast Guard has a special forces or an infantry?" And you'll hear Scotty pipe up in the background trying to have a conversation, right? He's not even paying attention. He's like, "Hey, all drunk. And did Cox say you in special forces?" Right? That's not having a very good conversation. Okay. So when this guy says, "I use a conversation with Cox," he dumped me in the back after I started playing the evidence that he wanted, right? That he needs so bad and hurry. Get it right now. Right? But he does not have any of the paperwork on top about Mr. Connors, the unregistered sex offender he's going to talk about here in a few minutes.
Because he was. Sorry, I won't do this other thing. It's rude. Aaron was playing streams. I was trying to have a conversation. I think it was like a Friday night like this when I had to work Saturday morning. Yeah, and I didn't have the computer room. I remember because I was downstairs in the kitchen. I remember it, yeah. But now I'm all grown up. I got my computer room, so we can have. Oh, so I said I wasn't going to do it. We can have a proper discussion.
Wow. Oh,
So
right.
if you like, you
Right. You'll hear that he can't drop. He's such a freaking egghead. He can't drop it. And what's interesting is he needs a computer room because he got his blankie taken at too young of an age.
Welcome to call it.
He did.
I want to know if you found Southwest Jeff. You went looking for him. I heard you had a woman. You had a good plan. You were going to send a woman in to scout it out, make sure it was safe, and then if it was safe, then you were going to go in for the confrontation with Southwest Jeff. So did you ever, A, have the confrontation, B, try to get him to go to rehab, C, get him to successfully go to rehab? So what's happening with Southwest Jeff? And then also, apparently you're on the hunt for locksmith. So many other questions. I know so many questions. I have so many questions, Vic. So if you want to call in, that would be great. I could just ask you. I mean, you're more than welcome to ask me questions as well. Are you keeping? I am not keeping track for Clovis. Clovis and I aren't really that tight, to be honest with you. Clovis and I, Aaron actually has a longer history. Denver next, okay. Are you going to go chase down any YouTubers when you're there? Is there a specific political opponent you're going after? Are you just going to go sightseeing? I mean, what's going on? So, okay. So you're going to Denver. So you haven't found Locksmith, or did you? Is there any updates on the Southwest Jeff / the Locksmith track downs? We want to know if you tracked him down. And if you didn't, okay, how about Kim? Yeah, no, Kim. I know his address. So are you threatening to go to Kim's house? Is that what's happening? Did that just happen? Are you threatening to go to Kim's house next?
Wow.
Why would you want to go?
Wow. So he totally got that twisted around in the chat room there. And nobody has Kim's docs where she's screaming, he's got my docs and he's giving it to Vic and Vic's coming. Everybody call the feds. That's what Kimmy the puppy mill mommy does. Like Clovis. Hi, my name's Clovis. Right? And then all of a sudden, oh, people are fucking doxing me. I'm calling the cops. I'm calling the feds.
To Kim's house. But I mean, she's very nice. I don't know if she wants to see you.
Wow. So Vic puts in the chat that he's got Jeff's address. That was the question. That was the subject. And see, this guy can't even keep it straight. All of a sudden he goes, oh, you've got Kim's address. You're going to go there. Like he's trained to say that. This Manchurian candidate, wait till Vic brings up in the chat room about the, let's say, maybe the MK Ultra or something, or, oh no, it was about who his handler really is, because I mean, Vic was trying to figure out who his handler is. Was it Kim? Is it Clovis? Because he's obviously barking for someone, maybe Yax, Tony, because they all failed. A lot of people have failed. This guy, Mr. Black Belt, Cuckarati, right, is gonna blast the cocks. It's finally, no one else been taking out the cocks, right? You're going to do it? Okay. Lots of little bitches like this, especially little plastic pieces of shit from Huntington Beach that can't even get it right in Plasticville, cucking to the elitists and cleaning their pool and having to go around all day and snort freaking pool chemicals and pool acid all day for elitists. This guy, Scotty Cuckarati.
Jeffrey is in the playbook. Jeffrey.
See, he doesn't. They're talking about Jeff, Southwest Jeff, and now all of a sudden he doesn't know who Jeffrey is. That's what we're dealing with here. Guys like this are trying to run the world. Guys like this are trying to run the world with fellow cuck, Wayo Mama, Mr. Jones that gets beat by his wife. That's why he's trolling 24/7. Norsac Maniac that's got a Chomo wrap on his van, just like the rodent goes around and trolls kids in his Chomo van. Just saying, that's who's gonna save the world from Cox and Vic. Oh no!
Call Jeffrey. He's like, don't dox me. If you call him Jeffrey, it's a dox. So don't dox Jeff. You didn't call him Southwest Jeff.
No.
So you didn't find. So I'm assuming when you say no, Jeffrey's in the playbook. So you're Jeffrey. We're holding Operation Jeffrey's in a standstill, or it's in motion. It's not been completed. Operation Jeffrey is not completed. Operation Jeffrey has been initiated is operational. No, not Kim. Who you put? Okay, how about Kim? Okay, or you mean the address, Jeff? You have Jeff's address. not Kim's address?
I think Vic was sitting there asking who his handler is. Is it Kimmy and Clovis, or just Kimmy or Clovis? And he's kind of rolling around it for some reason. He doesn't want to talk about who his handlers are with Vic. Huh. All right.
Well, there was word that Aaron was shopping around.
There you go. Hey, Scotty, you were working with this unregistered offender, Mark Connors, back in 2007, that became a state actor at some false flag events, right? How do you feel about that, and what information you got on it? Well, back in 1912, Aaron Cox crossed the street one day, and he spit, and he got a jaywalking ticket, right? Okay.
Just warn you that Kim has a lot of friends, and not just me. I'm saying you got to worry about people besides me. That you could, that would want to defend. Like, not that many people want to defend me, but people would want to defend Kim. If Kim was my handler,
Wait a minute.
she wouldn't be very good because she asked me to stand down because it was bringing her
Right
on.
after she encouraged this shillbag piece of shit to keep doxing and 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 having fun with it, huh, Kimmy?
Or bullshit, and I obviously didn't really take that advice very well. So, I guess if she was my handler, she's not a very good one.
Right, that whole
So
crew.
no.
There you go. Now we're cooking with some grease. Yes, that is correct, Scotty Cuccarati. They are not very good handlers, okay? When they're calling out Monograph, calling up a pedo, and starting internet wars, and they need little puppy milk puppies running around like you and Eric Shilkerson to bark the loudest for them. Then, for some reason, Monograph doesn't really sue. He just kind of trolls them a little bit. But now he's suing Rakita Law for the same damn thing, right? Very interesting. But yeah, Scotty, your handlers aren't that good. They left you alone last night for you to bury yourself once again. But this egotistical psychopath is thinking he's winning the whole time. This is great.
I mean, Kim has made suggestions to me.
Oh, right.
But I also
Like my big guy is gonna come for you, Aaron. My big guy. I'm associated with big guys, right? Oh, you mean Predward Stairs that infiltrated the Pred catchers by donating his way in. That's your big guy there, the CP suspect, Kimmy. All right. Oh yeah. By the way, the mechanic had way more balls than this little plastic Aquino piece of shit LARPing satanic soldier. Okay, the mechanic had balls. All right, and he lived balls. Right, with balls. This guy's got ovaries with a black belt.
Aaron, and I know fucking with Aaron is kind of a fool's errand because he's retarded and he literally has like no life, and YouTube is all that he does. So he comes here for some sort of validation.
That's why. Oh my God, I'm so busy with YouTube. That's why I'm doing a video in the shower, okay, to blast this piece of shit because I'm so damn busy. And now we've moved to the closet where they really like the closet, right? Oh, Cox is in his closet again, broadcasting. No, I'm getting dressed and blasting you little pieces of shit, right? And then when I get ready, I'll make some coffee, and then I'll start doing the things that I do, maybe even while I blast you pieces of shit, because, well, guess what? I can blast you little pieces of shit and be working with my hands in the background building shit. You guys, all you got is what? Mr. Cox. That's your greatest accomplishment.
And plays like
Hon,
card game.
you get Fellowmon on your panel, and his biggest accomplishment in his life is destroying Cox. And he's supposedly married and has children. Okay,
games, and he jumps involves in himself and other people's drama.
Oh wow.
Outside of his own. So
wow.
like he chases drama.
Like,
he tries to surf.
Right. Like he is doing now with Vic. Chasing that clout and Vic drama. Gotta know every move that Vic is doing. Right? It's so important for Scotty to be on YouTube that he's on 24/7 on his headset while he's cleaning pools and smelling and sniffing pool glue. Seriously, man. Okay, this is way more important to you guys. For some reason, it doesn't look organic. Looks like you guys are contracted. I'm just saying.
It surrounds the drama. That's like what Aaron does. He doesn't actually go surfing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is I know
okay,
people.
So I live in Arizona where there's no ocean and I don't go surfing. Okay. But this guy's going to come to the desert and bury people like myself in it. Okay.
No Kim.
Right. So there's a big difference there between, yeah, I'm not a surfer. I've been heli skiing in Alaska, but that doesn't matter, right? But this guy, whoo, man, he's going to reach out and touch someone by coming to the Arizona desert and burying Mr. Cox in it. Okay.
Fucking take you for a walk, boy. I'm telling you right now. I'm giving you some friendly advice. You probably should fucking, and you're.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay, wait a minute. Let's go in here, okay? Kimmy's got a big guy that infiltrated the bread catchers named Stairs, Lenny Stairs. And he's a big guy. He's gonna cure a lot of the world problems because he's a big guy like Scotty Cuccarati. They're on the case.
Just being honest, you're probably fucking barking up a few trees you shouldn't be. I mean, I'm just saying, coming around here,
right?
You better mind your P's and Q's, boy.
Okay, so I've been going around there and stirring shit up with these shillbag losers for a long time, right? Because I knew they were shillbag losers a long time ago. So when he says, man, you might not want to come barking around here, I've been doing it for years, and all he can do is this. That's it.
I don't know about
Bark.
these trade catchers.
Bark, right? And be assigned to people.
I can speak for a few things. A few things that I know. I might know some things that you might not know. So I'm just saying.
You know what, though? At least Vic can do math. All right. And this guy can't put together basic math because he gets his string pulled by puppy mill mommies that are his handlers. And when you bring up, like Vic does in his chat room here in a minute or two or few, who his handler really is, well, he goes full-blown Manchurian candidate mode, right? Let's our time you really hear it.
Two things that I know. I might know some things that you might not know.
Right, so. Right. So what do they do? Do they do the Clockwork Orange to this guy and put freaking things in his eyeballs to keep him open and strapped to a chair in a, in what do they call it? A straitjacket? And in front of like a movie screen is they're freaking downloading him everything they need to know. So he's a perfect puppet for the state, right? Is that the things that he doesn't know? Because he sure goes MK Ultra Manchurian candidate here in a minute. Mode.
Wow. I'm just saying. I have a catch 30 minutes out from Denver. Might have Tommy help me. Oh, well congratulations on your catch. And hopefully you guys can get the guy convicted or whatever. You know, I'm not going to stop you. I don't want to stop you. So you have the catch. Is that? I'm assuming it's not tonight. If you're here fucking with me.
Who the hell is this weak little piece of shit from Huntington Beach? Think he is that he can stop anything in the first place from his little Plasticville Huntington Beach villa behind the pool boy. You're going to stop anything, but he's going to grant permission. That's for sure. Wow.
Catching
Wow.
a predator and fuck with me at the same time, I would imagine.
No, he's, wow.
So-
No, wait a minute. Hold on.
With me, you wouldn't be catching a predator and fuck with me at the same time, I would imagine.
Or you need to do a little bit better math. Open your eyes a little bit more there, Huntington Beach, little dude, because that might exactly be it.
I'm assuming it's not tonight. If you're here fucking with me,
Oh, wow.
you wouldn't be catching a predator and fuck with me at the same time, I would imagine.
Right. So this sick piece of shit that weaponizes sickos doesn't think he's up under the microscope. Wow.
So,
he's dumber
but
than
yeah,
we
you're
all
more than
thought.
welcome to come by. And I'm here. I'm not here. The channel's always running, but I'm not always here. But I am here tonight because it's Friday. And sometimes I fall asleep. I like last night, after my turkey, I was done.
Okay.
Yes, I don't really know.
When it comes to Scotty streams, people are falling asleep years ago, okay? And even up till now, people are falling asleep way before he does because he's that damn boring. I mean, literally, this guy would come onto a panel and I would just either leave or tune out because it was going to become Yawnville. Yawn.
Much about the predator catchers, and honestly, I knew that Edward left.
No, wait a minute. What's interesting, he doesn't know that much about the pred catchers, but he's gonna side with Scumren Decker, a rapist of decoys that thinks he's a pred catcher that just got a whole bunch of devices to be a pred catcher. But guess what he's doing with them? He's making slap videos and sock accounts with everybody's donated phones. Right? Wow. Freaking incredible. And this guy, this piece of shit, Scotty, teamed up with him. And he's going to be playing his videos here in a little bit. They all teamed up with the rapist Scamron Decker because why? Well, that's what they do. Anybody that I bust out as being a rapist or a rapist supporter, they go and side with them. Even the CP suspect Predward that they'll panel on. They'll panel up. They'll panel up that guy on this channel in a heartbeat, and he admits it. Oh yeah, we'll have Predward on to trash Cox anytime. Yeah, you much rather bite your own head off and slam your own tail up your own ass than actually really have a real conversation and try to comprehend the course material. Okay.
The conspiracy pocket that we're in
Right.
to go over there.
Okay.
And he was
That's
having
some dumbed down Valley Boy shit to need your pockets and your wrenches. Make sure you got your sock accounts and your docs account wrenched up in Scotty's chat to help make sure Mr. Cox goes away because Cowzette needs Mr. Cox to go away. And Kimmy. He's me.
some success. I didn't really know what or why, but
fucking loser. All right, guess what?
yeah, I would say
Holy shit. I would say we're going to put this fucking idiot on turbo speed because, oh man. No. I got it. Wait a minute. Where's our. There we go. Oh my God. Fucking loser.
like just like I wouldn't, and I wasn't really that interested until I heard that Predward got. sorry, Fred. Sorry, Edward. I said Fred.
Oh,
Edward got in trouble.
right.
And,
that does mean. See. That does mean he does cuck to these CP suspects and rapists, alleged rapists. Right now, he's doing it. Right now, paneling them up and using their videos, using their videos, and especially, you know what's the best part of this is wow, he plays a scammering video while Vic may be watching. Oh wow, He's that dumb. He doesn't realize, especially if you want the guy to come on your panel, right? But no, it's not important for Vic to come on the panel at this point in time because why? Well, it wouldn't go too well, I think, for Scott.
So I started kind of watching it about back then. It kind of, when it crossed over to and it looks like Edward is out of the woods. On that, I would think the way it's looking for me, and if I'm wrong,
right, wow, right, him being tied to a CP suspect, and he's got to back out and go. I just from what it might look good for Edward now. I mean, he might sue some people and win some cases because that's what this grift has been doing the whole time is trying to legalize their grift on using sickos like Predward and some Mark Connors shit and time to people, right? And then when you attack them, right, for them coming up into your lair and shit like that, and talking their bullshit with poor Dirt Farmer and Southwest Jeff, well, what's interesting is you swing back, and then all of a sudden they're suing you. It's called fraud and blackmail.
And it looks like Edward is out of the woods.
Wow.
On that, I would think.
Oh, he would
the
think.
The way it's looking for me, and if I'm wrong,
Wow. See, oh my gosh, did you hear that? That was like a triple conundrum. Him trying to dig his self out and away from platforming a CP suspect. Current
totally
CP
wrong,
suspect.
and I will speak out harshly against
wow.
Edward early and often. But at the same point, I'm not gonna,
right?
Just
like when he popped up that Mr. Connors was in the neighborhood of the YouTube streets, and he popped up and he's like, I'm gonna be harsh with the guy. He didn't do shit. All he could do is go, well, I worked with him back in 2007 and that was about it. And then Mr. Cox, he did back in 2018, he did this, he did that. Oh, okay. All right. Well, guess what? We will be putting some more out on Mr. Connors and your possible association with him there, Scotty, with Mr. Connors saying that he's got about $1 million set aside to hire some trolls. And that's right around the time Scotty pops up. Yeah, I'll be putting that out today.
It's looking like it was not on his dime or whatever. So I could be wrong. Who knows? I'm just a fool guy. So what the fuck do I know? But yeah, I would. And the only time I really had Edward came around was to fight with Aaron, and Aaron fucking ducked. Jeff, Block, JT, and
see this liar. Okay, he didn't just come around to try to come have a fight with Mr. Cox. You guys have been friends with Predward for a long time, okay? And a lot of y'all became friends with him around the Las Vegas Harvest Festival shooting, featuring Jason Aldean as the talent. And a lot of your crew that you're with was with Mr. Connors that worked with Mr. Connors, or still does, or works with Mr. Jason Aldean, Mr. Connors, well, right before that Harvest Festival. And then you and your crew, Spamsula G and Predward and Kimmy and all these people and the Clovinator. And I wonder if even Scotty Karate was up in that. They start a Harvest Festival shooting community to get down to the bottom of it. But not a single damn time does Mr. Connors come up, who they're all affiliated with. Yes, it's proven. Even James D admitted he did an interview with Mark Connors. Okay, so they're all affiliated with Mr. Connors that worked with Jason Aldean, but that information doesn't come out in the Harvest Festival community for some reason that they're running, that he worked with Jason Aldean, Mr. Connors, who they're with. Scotty worked with. But that, Scotty stops way short of that with his story.
They're going to get served by Vic.
So were these shill scumbags like Spams Legit there to help suppress, and Predward, help suppress the information of Mark Connors working with Jason Aldean right around the time of the Harvest Festival shooting? Very interesting.
Well, that's fine. I'm just saying, I don't know why you guys are serving each other or what that, like, I think I've served someone papers. Mr. Jones. Yeah, oh God. This teacher, I worked at a school for special needs kids, and it was a long story, but one of the teachers kind of got fucking, it was some like domestic violence shit, and the guy they couldn't find, and then they sent me in to find him, and I found him, and I served him. I guess the police couldn't find him, but I did.
Wow. But so that's admirable to do that. But the thing is trying to be some type of cartel leader and on the streets of YouTube, right? And you're gonna come after people, but the most important people, in my opinion, to go after, right? It looks like he's on their side and weaponizing them, the sickos that he's on their side with, like Mark Connors. And for some reason, the way he weaponizes that rodent, but can't really talk about Mark Connors and some other sickos, right? Wow, interesting. He's with.
That's whatever. I don't know how I get myself involved in this shit sometimes. But it was actually kind of fun. I was kind of like, I could do this. I could be like a fucking professional, stalk people down and serve them. That was kind of fun, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. But I heard, no, you got to say it like Vic. I heard you platformed Predward recently. I said I wasn't going to do it. But yeah, Vic, that's what I'm saying. You don't really know the story. So Edward doesn't really even come around here. Like we have like probably common friends or whatever. But I don't think Edward.
Right, because they got to make it look like they never worked with him, for him, helped him, platformed him many times, not just once, many times. Helping him. Background. Need him to succeed as a big guy in the pred catchers, huh, Scotty? But man, are they trying to disassociate themselves with him? Right? He just came around all of a sudden, right? All of a sudden, Scotty's platforming a CP suspect that he knew was a CP suspect. To weaponize a CP suspect, to get up on his panel, just what? So he could change his avatar to my picture? A CP suspect on Scotty's panel recently, in the last few weeks, something like that, right? A month or so, maybe. Man, whew, jeez, these guys are. Listen to him scoot around it.
Or
here, now listen to him scoot around that.
Come around here, like we have like
scooting around it, Scotty.
Friends or whatever. But I don't think Edward really likes me per se, or I don't think he dislikes me. I don't really think he really likes me, or if he does dislike me, I don't know it. So, or he's never really been vocal about it or anything. But I would just infer by his pattern of behavior, like he doesn't. The only time he came around was when Aaron was grandstanding in my chat and talking all this shit. So one night Aaron's in my chat talking all this shit, and fucking Edward comes over and he's like, "Come fucking on, Aaron, with it. Come on with it, Aaron. Let's fucking and Aaron's been. He was like, "I'm not there." Aaron fucking ducked like a motherfucker, talking all that shit. So, it's fine.
So I'll go off and do something else and be listening, and I'll come troll the chat, and I might even go do a parts run and come back, and you guys just still think I'm glued to watching you. And that's the hilarious part of it. But this guy's the one that through pattern, Predward isn't the only sicko, in my opinion, that they weaponize. Predward isn't the only one they're doing that to try to silence dissenting voices like they're the government. Needs to be who needs normal and regular.
So in the end, Edward only came on was to call out Aaron. And after Aaron wouldn't fight with him either.
So calling me out is changing his avatar like Fellow Dork does. They both do it for some reason, changing his avatar to my picture. That's calling me out. While you guys just sit there and have him on the panel, he doesn't really say much, like a good little cuck to Kim and Clovis, Because Clovis, I mean, come on, man. You know, she's the one that admitted that anybody else that wants to speak bad about Edward, she's got his back to sue him. Just like Scummern was going to have me shut down. Day number 9, Scummern. Day number 9 from you saying that you're going to teach me a lesson. Let's say 3 years ago from now is when Yaxley and Fellowmon were going to teach me their lesson. Right? Like your buddy Yax there that was going to bust me out on Stolen Valor somehow. He fails. And then he said that Tony was going to do it. He fails. And then Dacone, he said Dacone was going to do it. And he fails. So now here's Scottie Cuccarati. She's going to fail. Which, by the way, okay, the last bird nest that him and his crew watched, they were all saying they hope that the baby birds walk out of the nest and die. Well, guess what happens? Mama bird dies. Just saying, leaving baby birds there for Papa to take care of by himself. And they are loving it. These witchcraft little pieces of shit, Luciferians that hail Lucifer, okay? And he does. He hails Lucifer, right? And, well, I mean, that's why he won't leave his huge plastic safe space of Huntington Beach. All right.
Left. And I think I remember, yeah, because you were like, take my rent. You got to say like, I said I was going to say, take my ranch, please. I do not want mine to be ranched here. And then Angela called Edward. He was literally sleeping because he left here and like went to sleep. We were carrying on. I wanted to have a shit show. Aaron is a fucking bitch made as fuck. You've made friends with Vic. If you're a Chomo, if you're not like into Chomos, you shouldn't be friends with Aaron because he will be where.
Right, but see, he really enabling, supporting. All I gave him was a LARP video, and they've been running with it since. And other LARP videos too, okay, for these pieces of shit to run with. But he will platform a CP suspect and weaponize other sickos for what? To try to silence people? Because Kimmy, the puppy mill mommy, just can't do it herself. She needs the mechanic. We got a big guy, everybody, a big guy. We got the mechanic and Scottie Cuccarati and Predward that infiltrated the pred catchers, a CP suspect you're buddies with, dude, and platform. But what is he going to say about the rodent?
If you're not like into Chomos, you shouldn't be friends with Aaron because he enabled Beware Mouse.
So they're obviously into Chomos, and you need to be on their team. That's what I'm hearing.
And if you haven't heard the clips, I could put you in. I have a hard time believing you hadn't heard them, and you may have believed. So you may have been gaslit by his bullshit. But I guarantee you, I've been around for a while. He's lying to you. And supported a fucking Chomo more adamantly than he does now. He still does it by saying the Brady violation, but he's had to reel it in and tell the story.
Okay, see, he's practiced this loop. Okay, just like Milky Storass in Authority Check, they practice their lines on Cox in the mirror on loop, and really can't get it right. But at the same time, what they're doing is trying to project away and use that sicko rodent as a weapon, because that's why sicko rodent is there, to use as a weapon to try to silence people. And he's using the sicko as a weapon. So these guys like to hang out with the Chomos and weaponize the Chomos to try to silence other people that don't got really anything to do with them. But I'll LARP it up for you guys to have a shit show. You want to have a shit show? What's incredible is these pieces of shit gotta try to say that my words, my LARP words and videos are ultimate truth. And Cox speaking the truth, right? But I'm the biggest liar on YouTube. That's what they say. The guy's the biggest liar, and don't believe a word he says until we play a video of what he says we're telling you to believe.
A few different ways, a few different variations of the story. You may have actually even heard a few different variations of the story just in the short time you've known him. But if you're some sort of legitimate pred catcher, I'm just giving you advice, bro. you would want to distance yourself from Chomez. I mean, there's not. I mean, he goes by Gomez, but it's not by accident that many people call him Chomez. Let's just leave it at that. The main supporter was Aaron. Aaron was the. Well, see, that's the thing, Vic. Not only that, Aaron was saying, "I'm not scared to." He was literally calling out Edward to a panel like the other day. So your buddy Aaron would panel up with him, and your buddy.
No. What I would do is make them look stupid. Is they would probably get there, and I would show that they would get there. Okay, a CP suspect trying to come on my panel, and then I'd probably boot him. Just to let you know.
Paneled up with a self-admitted convicted. I have the case number here, Vic. If you want, if you're as pred catcher as you want it, I can give you the case number.
See how he's got a great loop going. He's got all the information there in front of him, but not on Mr. Connors, the state actor guy that likes to go around and be part of false flag operations. But he doesn't have that type of information right there in front of him that his crew worked with.
Stuff like that, where he pled guilty, I could literally play the videos right now. But are you worth your salt, Vic? Are you pissing on my leg and telling me it's raining, Vic? Are you some sort of pred catcher? Or are you a fucking fair weather bitch made YouTube drama boy that faggoted up with fucking cucks because he would give you some sort of technical.
No, actually, Vic at that time was let's say decoying a pred. Right then and there. All right.
I know you're kind of a boomer, but there's other people you could have went to, Vic. We would have got you the help you needed. You didn't have to go to a Chomo supporter like Cucks. Now, so you have not heard Aaron say, "Oh, the victim was fucking on heroin. She didn't yell rape. Rape was never yelled. Your Honor, he did not write this. It's not in his handwriting. Someone else wrote that." He said so many egregious claims. You somehow missed all those claims? Are you gonna shizzle white knighted up every one of those claims? Shizzle had he had like a pamphlet right next to him with like talking points you could use for every one of those. Effectively.
That's how unscared I am with this piece of shit. I'll come and brush my teeth while he's lying about me. He's glued. You say one little thing about him, he'll stream for 2 days about it.
Pains. Shizzle's like a pro. So, okay. Well, I'm just saying, Vic, I'm not going to go into the deep end right now because it sounds like you're not really you're in good faith. So, but if you want to, I would go through it with you. Tell me about Connors. I would really like for you to call in. Are you sure this isn't Aaron? I heard that Aaron has your password. Can we confirm this is the real Vic? Can you come backstage? I won't even put you on camera. I'll keep you on the backstage. You can come on and face identify. This is because Vic would face identify. The real Vic would stand up. But okay, Connors. Okay, I can talk about it. I knew the guy for like a few weeks in 2007. I was working at a karate school, and one of the guys quit. One of the guys, not the big boss, quit, but the guy that was above. I was at one of the lower positions, and the guy above me, like the middle guy, quit. So I kind of got moved up, and someone else had to fill in for the we had to take her. Wait, hold on. Remove. Did you want me to put you on? Is this the real Vic? Do you want me to put you on? Hold on. I'm assuming you want to. I would say you don't have to come on panel.
Incredible how this little state actor piece of shit needs his popularity contest, but only really he's got 2 or 3 people there running, let's say, a lot of sock accounts to beef up make it look like they've got some beefed up numbers there, inflation of some numbers of support. They're supporters supporting, right? Helping deflect away from Mr. Connors. They do not want to talk about this state actor piece of shit that they've all been involved with, even with a 1 degree of separation. Now they're trying to kind of separate themselves or get away from Predward. And well, the thing is, they got to say that, oh, he's got all cleared charges now. No, he don't. It's a bunch of bullshit.
Put you backstage, but now, unless you want me to put, were you trying to show your face?
I don't think you can get my face.
Oh, okay, good. So, I didn't know if I said.
See, I'm just letting you know it's me.
So it's
You
real,
thought
it's
I was
really-
Aaron? I'm not Aaron, man.
Okay.
I'm over in Salt Lake City, man.
Are you being a Mormon? You're not a Mormon, are you?
No, but I can tell you right now, there's more men here than women.
There's more men there than women. And then he left.
No, you kicked him.
Okay.
Oh, Scotty.
So-
Scotty kicked Vic. Oh man, it's on now.
Okay, so the
Oh,
guy
man.
in 2000,
Oh my god.
maybe it was a Mormon joke. No, you're welcome back. I don't know if you, yeah,
It's a
so that
Mormon
is the
joke.
real Vic. Well, you're at all these questions. Okay, so the guy in 2007, so yeah, one of
Wait a
my
minute.
Mormon, maybe it was a Mormon joke. No, you're welcome back. I don't know if you, yeah, so
Oh
that
my
is the
gosh.
real Vic. Well, you're at all these questions. Okay, so the guy
Uh-huh.
in 2007, so yeah,
Oh,
One of my-
Connors. Oh, he means Connors. He won't say the main name Connors right then and there, but he'll say Mouse and all that stuff. Interesting how he's got to weaponize one sicko, but not the other. Huh. Listen how he goes in so easy and soft about Mr. Connors here. Oh, he just like they were in love, basically, in their dojo, wrestling around on the mats. Okay.
I,
All right.
you know, someone that trained me how to do that job quit, so I had to kind of step in his position, and I previously was doing a lot of the sales and contractual stuff for the business, day-to-day office managing and stuff like that. So with the other guy gone, it put me out on the floor a lot more.
No, after Connors and Scotty Cuccarati work together in their dojo, he goes somewhere else and starts another dojo with his main clientele of being children. Scotty Karate here, his main clientele, children, and with those with disabilities and lesser abilities. Okay.
Mark got hired to do a lot of the cold calling. I work for a Persian guy, an Iranian, and he was very
There you
aggressive
go.
marketing wise.
There
And,
you go. You cuck out to those elitist double. What are they? They're dual citizens. That's right. Those elitist dual citizens. You cuck right out to them, huh? You clean elitist pool that went and even admits when the NWO and the shit hits the fan and things start melting down, he's gonna go to his elitist buddies for protection that he cleans the pools for. Dude, they ain't gonna let you into their club. Fucking idiot.
So when my predecessor left, or I had to kind of get out on the floor and do more things. So there was more demand for office. So Mark pretty much did like a lot of office shit, and he was a weird guy. Oh God. Okay.
Hey, man, why are you kicking
Okay,
me
you're
off,
back.
man? I mean, I'm here to talk and you kicking me.
I didn't kick you. I most definitely didn't kick you. I didn't see there. I didn't kick you there either. And I guarantee you, I didn't kick him. And Vic, you got to be fucked up if you think I don't kick people. So, but you're welcome back though, Vic. No, I thought you were just being dramatic and quit. I didn't kick you. I thought you were being cryptic. The Mormons and more men than women's. But yeah, I'll be here for a little bit, so I'm gonna smoke. Okay, so I'll finish my game mark counter story. So, yeah, and he took issue with me because I had like quote unquote a lower rank than him, but I'd been in the system, so like I knew all the parents, I knew the curriculum better, so it made sense for me to be in that dominant position in teaching wise. And he, I know, didn't like it, so that I had the kind of the I was kind of the golden child of the senseis, you know. So yeah, anyways, I think that was the year before I got my black belt. So I wasn't even a black belt, and he fucking, but he had, I mean, who the fuck knows if he had a fake black belt certificate, fake name,
Wow.
all this shit. Anyways,
Wow, that's a lot to already go by from 2007. So when you pop up in 2000, what, 18 or 19 or something like that, and say, I'm gonna help out with Connors, I worked with him. But that's about the extent you do right there. It's it right here. That's it right here. That's it.
So long story longer, I caught him. He was going on porn at work. We caught him going on porn at work. So somehow that I was trying to get him fired for that, and that didn't get him fired. So
that's actually the first time I've heard about that. And that's what we're trying to do here is get this pred Scotty to tell his side of that story, because he always kind of he just kind of pussyfoots around it a little bit. I mean, he's still pussyfooting around it now. But at least more's coming out that Mr. Connors was watching porn at work. You would think that Scotty Karate would be just all gung-ho against this Mark Connors guy to help bust him out, but he's not. He's weaponizing him more than anything, you know. Well, can't really say weaponizing. It's like their little dirty secret. He weaponizes the other sickos that are there to be weaponized, and Connors just wants to be left alone because he's got $1 million set aside for his trolls. So people like Scotty can come after Mr. Cox that put Mark Connors, the unregistered sex offender and state actor and loser that goes to freaking false flag events, right? So Scotty doesn't really have to put him on blast. Wow, this is great.
But eventually, the revelation of the statutory rape case out of the state of Tennessee that was pending. Like he wasn't convicted of it yet, so it was pending. That came to like I said, it was revealed that that was a thing. So that obviously got him fired. And
but he doesn't have that case in front of him. The guy that he worked with and is going to help other people go after, he for some reason doesn't have that court case in front of him. Isn't that interesting?
I never saw him again.
Oh, yeah.
And it was probably like, I would have to really go back and check how many weeks it was. I mean, it was just a few weeks. But I mean, to actually get a number on how long, that would be interesting. There's got to be a way to tell. Little did I know, I hated that guy, and if I ever saw him again, I would tell him, you know, I fucking hate you. And then,
wow. Okay.
I saw his face.
So there you go. He would just go up to a unregistered sex offender that's, something with got to do with some minors there, sexual charges that got swept up under the rug. And all he would do is go up and, I hate you, but he'll come bury me in the desert, and I got no charges. There you go. Wow, right?
Video in 2019, I want to say it was December 2019, like almost 2020, when I saw Mark's face, Mark Cruz. This is his real name, what I know him by. So Mark Cruz, I saw his face, and I was like, what the fuck? And I heard that he'd been around.
He'd been around. Right. And he'd been around for a lot longer than you were before. Right? I mean, Mark Connors admits that he was up in the Bundy family's business, and he's got contacts to generals and senators. But he was just around for Scotty. He was just around. So Scotty popped up.
a lot of people that I know here on YouTube, and
Wait a minute, hold on, let's go back.
the fuck, and I heard that he'd been around. A lot of people that I know here on YouTube, and
Oh well. Right. You mean
That was
Clovis and a lot of other people. Eric Shilkerson interviewed with Mark Connors, the same panel that made it onto the news, where Mark Connors says, "Look me up. You're not going to find me on any sexual predator list," right? Then James D does a interview with him. Clovis was hanging with him. I don't know so much about Puppy Milk Kimmy, but they were there, like the panel CP suspects, and there's even a CP case between Kimmy and Clovis up in your camp. And then the way they had to accuse Monograph of being a pedo, right? He doesn't really do much about it because they're all play fighting to set a narrative. That way, when a lawyer, Rakita Law, finds that and repeats that Monty is a sicko, right? And wow, so all of a sudden, Monty can sue a lawyer. Wow, okay, setting precedent,
all like without
trying to make their grift legal.
knowing. Like I was here on YouTube doing I had my own fucking drama going on.
Right.
So I knew about the Bundy situation,
Oh, wow.
and Aaron interjected himself into the cat lady pocket, being that he brought like Becky over.
So no. They were already there. See, that's the thing. They were all already friends, and I'm sitting back watching, going, this is gonna turn into a shit show, and this is where I could start my social media news story, right? The death of a rancher and following the story of the government murdering a rancher. And now they're suing, but this piece of shit doesn't care about that. Now the Bundys are suing again, trying to sue again the government for murdering their friends and threatening them and having shills and state actors on their ranch and killing cows, right? But this little piece of shit surface state actor, Scottie, doesn't know about all that. He just says, he brought Becky over into our cat lady pocket. No, she was already there. You guys were all together. Clovis and Kimmy and Becky were all together before I even knew who they were. So this little piece of shit liar, once again, here you go.
The Bundy situation, and Aaron interjected himself into the cat lady pocket, being that he brought like Becky over and
wow,
Brenda's.
No, they were already there.
She who shall not be named used to Aaron shuffled in all his little drama stories.
Wow.
And they were kind of mutually using each other.
Oh,
and
wow.
Aaron
I
used
just
her
wanted
as
to figure out the truth on why a rancher got shot and why people are talking weird about it and lying about it and maybe covering up some of the information about it that you're friends with there, that are your handlers. Oh, wait till you get to the part where Vic puts in the chat, who is your handler, Scottie? Because really, I mean, did you see how he scooted off of Mark Connors so easy right there? On to Mr. Cox. Oh, Mr. Cox brought Becky into the cat lady pocket. Well, what does that have to fucking do with Mark Connors? The state actor.
to platform some of this nonsense and stir up the pot of cat lady drama. But and she used Aaron because Aaron helped set her up with OBS, and then she could fire back and fight with Philemon and OJM, and she was off to the races. So
wow.
And Aaron helped instigate that whole drama show.
Oh, so showing somebody how to use the StreamYards or OBS is what again? So what do you call it when you actually bought you a computer and helped you get your OBS up and going? Okay.
OJM, and she was off to the races.
Right.
So
Yeah. Okay.
And Aaron helped instigate that whole drama show.
Oh, that's what they don't like. Me getting
back
up in
to
the middle and playing clips of Philemon sounding stupid and OJM going, I'm not a dump truck driver, but I'm driving dump truck right now because
Well, that was it. I mean, the Connor story.
Wow.
So yeah, that's
Yeah,
the story.
it's
The,
easy
the,
as that.
the bigger story was that Aaron, the Connor's guy, I guess, was involved in the Bundy pocket,
Aaron.
which your buddy Aaron was,
Wow,
and
buddy Aaron.
Clovis was,
Wow.
Eric Spitfire was,
I
a
gotta
bunch
go
of
back on this. What
the Connor story. So yeah, that's the story. The bigger story was that Aaron, the Connor's guy,
you either said Eric or Aaron there, and I think he said Eric, but no, the bigger story is, Scotty, that you worked with him. You popped up and said you were going to help out with him. You didn't really. Like, you just kind of sat back and watched as all of a sudden the Vegas Harvest Festival shooting happens, right? With Jason Aldean, him working with Jason Aldean. He tries to scrub that proof, but Scotty's going to stop like 10 miles short of this story. That was about it.
I guess, was involved in the Bundy pocket, which your buddy Aaron was, and
See, there
Clovis
you go.
was,
Wow.
Eric Spitfire was,
Okay.
a bunch of
Right.
these people. Even I guess Tams
Okay.
had some sort
Okay. The guy that that Scotty was going to fight, Eric Shilkerson, got fired from Pete Santilli while he was in prison, in jail, in Pahrump, Nevada. That's the guy you play fight with, Scotty. You said you were going to fight. He was so important to go fight. So I said, well, let's provide you guys a film crew. Let's get this going. And then all of a sudden, they both wanted to fight me. See how that works, right?
of involvement. But Tams goes out of her way to interject herself in drama, so who knows? Maybe she just did that as a publicity stunt type of thing. I don't even know. But yeah, so apparently this guy was around. But I was, yeah, my man, Vic, I was doing my own thing, and
Wow.
Aaron came and interjected he had a history
Wow.
of doing bullshit triggered YouTube fuckboy shit for years.
Wow,
And then
I
he
wonder really what that means. You mean doing music shows and your crew that you hang out with were starting to troll me on my music shows. So I changed it up a little bit and then opened up, like, let's say, my briefcase with my credentials that I put away a long time ago just to do music shows. And your crew with Clovis and Kimmy want to play some fucking stupid games. So I opened up my old briefcase and went to work on you shill bag fucks. And this is where we're at. Right here.
Acted himself into a shit show, like a lover's quarrel times. Say a lover's quarrel with a twist or two.
Okay, so when they use lovers' quarrels to help divide movements and other drama, like inserting Predword into the Pred catchers, right? Wow, they insert drama and lovers' quarrels to do what? To help split it up. And so when that happens and Scotty's trying to capitalize off it with a shit show, he's the only one that can have a shit show, huh? He's born.
And maybe three. And
see, wow.
And did all those people stop fighting with each other and it moved on to other people? Except for AVC still tries to fight with fellow Mon. That only
is that more than likely festival shooting and more than likely playing gunshot sounds through the speakers. And then also having connections, what he says, to generals and senators and congressmen. And then also he was, going to be part of, let's say, the Country Music Awards, Mr. Connors, right after the COVID started. And I guarantee there was going to be, and I can guarantee it, there was going to be another shooting at the CMAs somehow. But all of a sudden, because of the COVID, the CMAs couldn't happen. Thank God.
That everyone else has left or given up fighting that, except for Aaron, and still tries to fight with FM. And it wasn't even Aaron's fight to be had. Aaron jumped into that. It was Philemon's fight. Aaron jumped into it and still fights to this day.
Okay. See, this liar, state actor, trying to cover for Philemon. Once again, you guys have been hearing this. I come onto the scene, panel up, want to have some debates, want to jump in the debates, give my 2 cents. And when I do that, Philemon and OJM come into my comment section saying, I'm a loser, I'm losing, I'm losing the debates and I'm losing and I'm losing. And they're keeping track like it's a tennis match. So I record their voices and make them sound funny. And they haven't gone away since, except for OJM. I believe he might be in an insane asylum. Maybe even after a couple years ago, still maybe be there in an insane asylum. OJM, because he's not the only one to drop off from the Philemon crew as a bench warmer. We haven't seen finding bench warmers around much anymore, especially after he tried to call me stolen valor and I was claiming a pilot in the Coast Guard, which I never did that because I wasn't.
I mean,
wow.
The Mark Connors guy,
Really?
since 2019, he's never came back around here. Has a channel, which I think you can't even.
That's bullshit. Because, see, once again, this state actor is saying Mark Connors has never come back around here, which is bullshit because a loser like that is said. And I'll put out the clips. I'm going to be putting out the clips right around the time of this recording. Okay, look for him. Scottie Cuckarati's MMA buddy, Mark Connors, and them rolling around on the mats together. Okay, watch for something like that. But yeah, very interesting what's going on here. Let's keep going because I got to end out and go.
This day. So, I mean, the Mark Connors guy, since 2019, he's never came back around here.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
He has
So what he does is Mark Connors hires trolls like Longbeard Bob, okay, to troll for him so he doesn't have to, so he can sit back and have his little documentary. He says he's going to make a documentary and a lot of money off of these people that are trying to blast him, right? But yeah, he's not around because you know why? Scottie really hasn't been looking, right? But he's got the rodent case number right there, right? But yeah, the rodent is trying to infiltrate people and get them. So somebody like Drama Dome Andrew can jump up and say, "Oh my God, you got a sex offender, you got mouse wrenched in your chat. You must be a pedo supporter, right?" But it's at the same time, Andrew is with that main supporter of the sex offender he just weaponized. I mean, but Andrew's so dumb he don't even know he's white knighting for that main supporter of the sex offender they just weaponized. Just like Scottie. Scottie is white knighting for the main supporter of that rodent that was with him the longest. He's weaponizing. He's weaponizing that sicko to skate around and not have to talk about Connors and the main supporter of the rodent that they all paneled up with and said they're going to help. Stankola. All right.
channel, which I think you can't even comment on. Aaron's like, why haven't you shut him down? So anyway,
Yeah.
he, for all intents and purposes, he's shut down.
No. You got a big mouth. You like to weaponize sickos. So why not go after Connors, keep his information on top of your desk, just like you've got other sickos there. But for some reason, Connors just isn't a threat. Huh. Interesting.
That guy doesn't come around here.
Right. Doesn't come around.
And
Right. Huh. Right. Of course
Yeah.
not.
and let me tell you a little bit more about it. Every time you bring up the fact that Aaron white knighted, carried this fucking creepy guy, Rex Allen Fredrickson.
Right.
Date of birth,
what's
December 01, 1962. The case
Right.
number 2001.
See, he doesn't even have the deets on Connors like this for some reason. And because I was seeing this and the way Scottie Karate was play fighting with Eric Shilkerson and helping cover up for Mark Connors and his state acting LARPs and being part of false flag events, Wow. What I do is when they don't want to talk about it, I'll do a to help bring out the hypocrisy. Like he is now. Listen to that. He loves his rodent, but for some reason doesn't have the information right on top about Mark Connors, like he does with his sicko.
December 01, 1962.
Uh-huh.
The December 2001 CF 890.
Mhm.
Conviction on the counts. I think it was 3 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse. He pled guilty on that guy, and Aaron said that he wasn't guilty and shit like that.
No. Guilty of what? See, that's why he won't say what he pled guilty of. For some reason, he's weaponizing this sicko.
If you need help with the details, I can
See, they want to say he's guilty of one thing, but they have to have the truth on everything, but it's not the truth, so you go correct it, and then all of a sudden you're a pedo defender. Well, no, I mean, I thought you guys were about the truth and needing to know the truth about certain things. So when you say he's a rapist and or in a pedo, okay, and it was statutory and sodomy, okay, and non-consensual type things, okay, but he's trying to say it's consensual, right? But you guys are weaponizing this sick fuck, right, by calling him the names that he wants to be called so he can sue people. Not going by the court case record that's right in front of you and saying exactly what he pled for, guilty for. He's not going to say that because it ruins Scottie's LARP. He needs to weaponize these sickos.
I bought it from the guy. That was his vinyl. I just was thumbing through some of his vinyl. But yeah, I pulled out what the first was technically Total Science. Technically, the drum and bass first. I've got a shit ton more drum and bass where that came from. Like I said, my happy hardcore is pretty much non-existent. Oh, nice. And I know I've got tons of good drum and bass. I have sets, many sets of drum and bass worth of songs, and amongst other genres of Victorious Bastard. Who's my handler? You never told me. I don't have a handler, Vic. I am the man behind the curtain. I am the Wizard of Oz. Oh, it was funny, Vic. I was telling your story earlier because my girlfriend thought it was funny. I was talking to someone and I was explaining how my lady had gone in for PRP surgery, or not, but a PRP session, which is when they take your own plasma and they like inject it back inside you to generate healing and shit like that. So it's not mainstream medicine. It's whatever. It's some sort of new school hippie shit. But I was joking around and saying, "Oh, I do what all tough guys do. I got scared, so I sent a woman in to check it out and scope it out, and she brought it up and said, ha ha ha, that was funny." And I told her I'd tell her later or something about it because I think we're at a bad time. And the thing was, I used that joke on you because you went all the way to Albuquerque on a bus, and then you didn't know where to go, but you found out along the way. You set out to find a man on YouTube. You didn't even know where he was. and then when you found the location, you were gonna do the smart thing, what all tough guys do: send in a woman to scout it out and see what was going on, so it was safe. And then you were gonna go make an appearance. And I was like, so fucking this guy goes there, and he's too scared to fucking make contact, so he sends a woman in to scout out what's happening. Like, this is kind of like fucking, this is kind of like What's Truth here, where like you got your wife defending the house. You're gonna fucking have a problem with the YouTuber and go send a woman to go. And all of that, is Jeff some sort of boogeyman? Jeff is like a fucking, I heard he's like a short little manlet, drunk fucking crazy guy. You're gonna go fucking be scared of a fucking alcoholic manlet? And you're sort of you're gonna go all the way there and then be scared? At least you gotta go like that guy, like live stream it, kick his fence, do something. Don't send a fucking woman in. You're a bitch made as fuck. Vic, Clovis, and Kim are not handlers. I know that you say that because you heard that from Aaron, which just basically shows how low IQ and how you can't even vet. So you're a pred catcher and you made friends with the guy that defends the predators. So let me get this right, Vic. And you expect me to take you've done you want to check my credentials and you haven't even fucking done your homework on your buddy. Fucking, you're trying to clean up the predator catching community by making friends with the guy who defends the chomos. Got it, Vic. You're off to a great start, buddy. I wish you well. I know I have. I've been watching. Clovis and Kim are your handlers. Literally, Kim told me not to fuck with Aaron. And I disregarded that. So if Kim had influence over me, which apparently she doesn't, I didn't take it. And if you're going to say that I'm fucking with, but the point is, I think Aaron's saying that I'm fucking with him because of Kim or Clovis, or I'm some sort of state actor. I know that's what he's going to say with no evidence of that, but that's fine. Here's the reality. I fuck with Aaron because I don't like liars. That's why I fuck with Aaron. And I think that was the Bible that I was read, was to call out fucking deception and to be the light on the hill and to illuminate, and no lie can exist amongst no darkness can exist amongst light, right? So your lies are darkness, and I'm here to expose them. Now you're here to push the lies, because by saying Kim or Clovis is my handler, I mean I've been in deeper water than Kim and Clovis. No offense to them, they had some fed ass shit, but I've been in some fed larpy fucking darker parts of the internet than this, actually, where there actually are probably more feds and shit like that. So. Your light burnt out a while back. Well, my friend, at least I'm not the one going to send women in to settle my YouTube beefs. And then even that, you couldn't even do that tough, because you were trying to be like, I don't like him doxing people. So you were trying to go there to be some sort of boogeyman, but then you couldn't even say you were there to be a boogeyman, because you had to be like, I'm making sure he goes to rehab, which you know damn well you can't make someone go to rehab. They have to, like, unless you're like a judge or something, like they have to be willing participants. So we knew that was not going to happen. B, you weren't even man enough to go there to be some sort of tough guy, because you had to lie and cover it with some virtue signaling ass. I'm going to get him checked into rehab. So LARP Busters is not Clovis's son, And if you had any evidence of that, the only evidence you have of that is that Aaron asked him that and he didn't respond because it was a fucking retarded ass thing to say with no evidence. And LARP Busters doesn't give a fuck about Clovis, Aaron, or you. I mean, he probably cares more about you because he cares about this child fucking pocket that you guys are into. That all the felons, I'm not saying LARP is a felon, but it's weird that all of you power playing. Vic, let me ask you a question. Do you want to say, I've never been convicted of any felonies. Have you been convicted of any felonies, Vic? Would you want to answer that for the class? If you're not, I'm not saying, I've never looked you up, but I'm just curious if you're a felon or not. You don't have to answer. I'm not a felon. I'm just I'm a replacement for the benchwarmers. Well, call in, Vic. Call in then. Tell me all the stuff that you have right that I have wrong. They sent in the heavy hitter. Did you gonna have your girlfriend come check it out, my house? You want to move across the street, Vic? I know not all Southern people are dumb, but you're not helping the stereotype of Southern people being kind of a little bit slow, which they're not. I'm not saying Southern people are slow, but I'm saying you obviously are, Vic. So if there is a stereotype, you're probably help perpetuating it. Just saying. Just saying. Vic, I never kicked you, bro. I don't kick people. Like, I'm so far away from my mouse. Like, I would have to, literally, I could touch the mouse with my foot right now. I don't sit that close to my computer. I've got this big empty room in the computer. The keyboard is way over there. I didn't kick you. I don't kick anyone. I put Aaron backstage because he kept playing a fucking stream one time. That's like the closest thing I've done to putting someone. Vic, and you're LARPing. I never kicked you. Like, you probably called in on your phone. Just because you lost connection didn't mean I kick you. I didn't kick you, trust me. You're fucking lulzy, Vic. I like milking. Vic, I've never kicked anyone off panel. You're making yourself look like a fucking retard right now. I don't kick people off panel. You were kicked off panel, it was because of your lack of internet connection, my friend, or your Obama phone. No, I think Vic's got a job. At least it looks like he's gainfully employed. That's good. Vic, did you want to answer the question about you being a convict? Are you a felon, Vic? Vic, I don't kick people. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? The worst I did was take some wrenches away. I'm not very. I prefer the shit shows. That's why I wanted Aaron and Edward to fight on my show. But Aaron was fucking talking all this shit, and Aaron ducks fucking Edward. He ducks me. He ducks, probably countless other people. I'm just saying he ducked Edward that night. Edward was in here. And you think after Aaron acts like Edward's protected, and then he gets a free fucking chance to go at him, and he fucking shits his pants. I mean, he's a LARP that failed to. Aaron can't even fucking LARP right. I mean, that's what I mean. He can't even. He's like he can't even. The poor guy can't even get it up, Vic. Ed is not my boy. Ed. I only tried to facilitate a shit show fight between Ed and Aaron because that would have been epic. I would have got like 1,000 views if I had Aaron and fucking Ed fighting. I'm clean. So you're saying you're not a convict of a felony? I'm just asking because I might have to look into you, Vic, because you're getting a little creepy here. So We might have to find out if Aaron is made friends with yet another felon. Because Aaron does have the reason I asked this, Vic, do you know who Frederick or Rex A. Fredrickson is? May I ask that? Do you know who Rex A. Fredrickson is? / did you ever look into the case number I gave you? Did we have this didn't we have a conversation? My name isn't Edward. Okay, Vic. Your name is not Edward. Your name is Vic. Right? Or do they call you? Is that your? I don't know. Is your name Vic? Is that why they? I don't know what your name is, honestly. You were just like a cringe pred catcher that we like to make fun of. Like, for instance, you're trying to clean up catching, so you teamed up with a guy who killed somebody. And he lied about it, and when you look into it, his wife was selling. He shot the guy that his wife was selling. Talk about don't shoot the messenger. The guy did you a favor by showing you that your wife's fucking selling drugs, and he's supporting. You know, maybe you got a fucking extra pair of socks at Christmas time because she made a few bucks selling drugs to buy you a present or take care of your kids or some shit, and you go and shoot the fucking guy that. I mean, it's one thing if he was selling your wife drugs. He was supporting. He was down the food chain, and you shot the guy. That's not wise. That's not a good business move right there, John. So you shot the guy buying drugs from your no good fucking drug dealing. She probably was fucking around on you. Let's be honest, John. So you teamed up with the guy who shot the poor bastard unarmed gave him no fucking warning. He drove up on him and shot it, ran up on him, no fucking warning, and shot him unarmed. Somehow the guy doesn't go to jail for fucking murder. That's pretty cold-blooded, if you ask me. Somehow gets fucking manslaughter. And you teamed up with the guy who defended a pedophile publicly, lied about it, and kept lying when he got caught. And this is the people that you guys are cleaning up predator catching, right? Is this? Well, tell me what I got wrong, and tell me when this makes sense. So you guys are the A team. So if it wasn't bad already, the bad guys are about to fucking make it right. And then also, I have to say, I'm not going to defend Ed on this, but every day goes by that he goes to jail for the pred stuff, like, makes you guys look more desperate. I mean, the fact that you're coming to me trying to correlate and do guilt by association on me, tried to have fucking Aaron and Edward fight after listening to Aaron. How many fucking months has Aaron been carrying on about talking shit about Edward? I give him a golden opportunity to fucking, and he's like, call in Aaron. Aaron's in the fucking chat like a fucking pansy ass, talking shit from the chat like Vic is right now, when I clearly could have allowed him a fucking green light to get at him. He had a go, he had an opportunity, and Aaron failed to take it because he's bitch made as fuck. Now, what about me and Connors? Now, okay, I've talked about, rewind the tape. What do you want to know? I've just brought the whole. No, that's what I'm saying, Vic. I just literally told this whole story, like, fucking within the hour. You're wasting. What do you want to know, Vic? There's no story. You don't better. The burden of proof is on you, bro. What do you got on me? What do you got on me, bro? You got nothing. You got Aaron's fucking nonsensical, fucking no evidence ass hearsay
and lies. Like he goes. I mean, what he's going off of is straight lies. The Mark Connor stuff. The other stuff he goes off of is hearsay. So there's that. But if you want to call in, bro, you can call in. I'm not gonna honestly I ignore the chat. I'm not gonna give you. I ignore good people in the chat too much to give fucking retards like you any validation. So go get fucked. I never kicked you, Vic, and you're looking like a fucking the victim. You're trying to be a victim. I get it, but it's not working because everyone knows I don't kick people. So, except for Aaron, that one time I put him backstage because he kept playing. He wouldn't listen to my. I actually tried to negotiate with him too. But Aaron is just a bad child. Okay. I'm gonna. Oh shit. I'm a little bit afraid. No, because I got this thing and it's telling me to run the C cleaner. If somehow I get shut down, I'll be right back. Let's do a gamble. Let's do a test. Because now's a good time. Go. Eagle, wet eagle can. Wonder if it's raining in
Boring.
Okay, hold on. That was annoying. I figured no, because it was telling me it was like this might shut down. And I was like, where's it gonna shut down? I don't know. So but it was good pattern interrupt. I'm looking for Locke. I want to play football with Sabby. So you're gonna go play football with another man's wife. So I think is Sabby. Are they? I don't know if they're married or do they live together? I think or something. But they met. I don't know what the whole story is there because I'm not whatever. So yeah, faggoty ass Vic, you can call in or you can go. No game ass Vic, go hit on another YouTube lady. And I better find. Aaron has a bunch of friends that like to lie to me, like what's true. So you better not be a fucking convict here ass a felon, because I'm gonna find out you're a felon. Then you're gonna be a lying felon, motherfucker. And I don't like liars.
He
Right
still
now, you're just a
supports
lulz
about-
cow. We don't dislike you yet. You're just kind of like lulzy. And I said,
Oh.
"Good morning to Man of Dust." By the way, that was so rude. I'm sitting here ignoring Man of Dust, and I'm talking to some fucking redneck ass fucking
Dude.
hillbilly that YouTube
Wow.
disenfranchised weirdo.
Wow, he's really got his word salad put together, and they're against that word salad. It's interesting. If Spamjula G would have paneled up with Cap last night, I'm telling you, that would have been a good show. But she didn't. She totally chickened out. Then she's all up in somebody else's chat, I think Predwords, and I wouldn't go up there with them. And their hoity-toity freaking high-rises and shit, just like Princess Power Krusty Cat in Canada, going off for a week so far on her witchy poo-poo mantra. Seriously, these guys are like that. It's crazy to spook too. Yeah, Nicola. Yeah. You also have a princess high-rise fortified suite that you're trolling from. We know, right? You don't even have to take care of your own kids. You get to troll all day. And have you already started drinking there in Canada yet? I think she's actually 2 hours ahead of me. So, because she's more the east side of Canada, more than likely it's 3 o'clock her time. She's already half a bottle in on something, or she's getting her tonsils boxed by Felomon on a freaking in some private hangout, and they're planning. What are we gonna do with Cox? He needs to shut up. Hurry.
So pull up as you
Yeah,
faggoty
whatever.
ass pred catchers. Not to say that
Oh wow.
pred catchers are faggoty ass.
Right.
Just that I
And see,
think-
that's why Scotty Cuckarati actually sided with the drama side of the pred catchers, right? With the pred words, and he platforms the CP suspects and the drama side of the pred catchers. But he's gonna call out somebody that's with, I mean, actually very successful pred catcher. So let's listen to Scotty try to worm his way out of his fake little reality there in Huntington Beach. Give him a little reality check. Well, let him talk his way out of a wet paper bag. Let's see what he's got. Mr. Black Belt, right? Mr. What did we put with Scotty Cuckarati earlier as far as being a black belt? I don't know. The black belt with ovaries. That's right. Okay.
Vic is one of the faggoty. If there was faggoty ass pred catchers,
Wow.
Vic, JD would be the two. Oh yeah. Oh well, let me sit on my table and tell you about it for about 10 hours a day.
Well, see how he likes to, okay? He's weaponized sickos, and now the pred catching is like a competition. That's what the drama side of the pred catchers do. If you didn't know that, it's a competition, but they're not doing it themselves. Nunyas. With the Felomons teaming with the Nunyans and the Scumrants. And the Scotty Cuckarati with the black belt with ovaries in Plasticville, Huntington Beach, right? He's going to be back there like he's commentating. He can't even get together with Eric Silkerson and fight, and they're going to sign contracts and all this other shit, but they're play fighting. That's what it looks like to me, because they aren't showing up to fight because they're these professional or amateur fighters, but they're not showing up to fight each other. They both want to fight me. Because I wanted to go film an event. Oh my gosh, I told him, dude, if you two guys want to fight, man, I'll show up the film crew and I'll film the whole thing. Let's do it. Now, I think that put them in their LARP zone and their LARP place, play fighting together to help cover for Mr. Connors and Eric Silkerson, the guy that Scotty Cuckarati's going to fight, and Eric Silkerson's protecting and doing a suicide LARP for a very serious state actor that's unregistered, that's an unregistered sex offender, that's been going out to major events and going on TV and trying to incite violence with Antifa that he will meet, even though I think he's a felon, doesn't have his weapons rights. Mr. Connors. he's going to call out Antifa on TV that they're going to meet violence with violence if they want to get it on during the biker rally for Trump, making and bastardizing down other people's legitimate movements because, oh my gosh, freedom of religion and First Amendment and all that. But Scottie Cuckarati, Mr. Ovaries with the black belt in Huntington Beach, right, in Plasticville, man, he's keeping track of what the pred catchers are doing. Go out because I'm sure there's a real serious problem there in Huntington Beach, and I don't think Ghost is there anymore doing catches in California. Wouldn't Scottie Karate be the great one to help? Well, you know what's funny is I even think he was after he weaponized Miss Glittery Stalkers in their also Huntington Beach OC area. Well, Miss Glittery Stalkers, she's screaming, "Oh, I'm gonna be kidnapped by the police. They already tried it once." And I go, you know what? There's a guy that lives in Huntington Beach that's a pretty mean guy. At that time, I thought I was cool with Scottie Cuckarati, the black belt with ovaries. But anyway, I thought I was cool with him. And I was like, well, there is somebody that I know that lives there that if anything happens to you, this guy would more than likely show up to help you out. And oh my gosh, lo and behold, they're all part of the same program LARPing together to weaponize Miss Glittery Stalker's bullshit story against me. Again, another one, huh, you guys, that I just disproved real quick. You can see it, one of my top shorts, you know, Miss Glittery Stalkers saying, I don't even believe my own words that I'm saying, okay? That's how fucked up this is. Anyways, got to continue on so we don't get too far behind.
Mad about YouTube. I'm going to call YouTuber's parents. I'm going to do an interview with his dad. This is what I'm saying. Like, JD literally called another YouTuber's dad. This is the guy, he shoots people when his wife sells them drugs, calls other YouTubers' parents, and is like, "Oh, your son was mean to me on the internet. Do you believe it? They trolled me. They made sock accounts about me, sir. I do have to tell you what happened. It was pretty bad. They made disparaging avatars. They drew a penis going into my mouth. They were very, very rude. And the only thing better than him calling the dad was to say that if it wasn't Thanksgiving that he'd have his mother, he was going to drive his mother down there to have a talk with his mother, mother to mother, to get to the bottom of this here YouTube drama. We're going to have my mom talk to your mom. And the sad part about it is these are not like 20-year-old. I mean, this was pretty bad when it was like OJM and the mother thing that we recently broadcasted with she who shall not be named's mother coming on stream, and Yaxley's mother's on stream. And even Nate's like 20 or whatever. He brought his mom on stage. That was probably a fail. I mean, I think he probably knows that's a fail now. But you guys have grandkids. You guys are all these. You're not like, I mean, it's not even that you have kids. You have fucking. You think you'd know by the point like OJ and Renee at least had kids. You think they would be like bringing their mom on. But you've got fucking grandkids, JD. And Vic, I don't know if Vic ever procreated because he spent too much time in jail, allegedly. I'm just kidding. I don't know if he did. I'm just going with it. I'm just kidding. Because he better, I'm going to fucking find out. I'm going to ask around about you, Vic. You better not be a felon. You better not have ended up fucking shooting anyone in the ass. This is I don't know. I don't know where we are anymore. I mean, this is I couldn't believe it. And I mean, this is recent, like right before Thanksgiving. Like this is like, this wasn't like JD did this when he first came on YouTube. He got upset and like he was mad and wanted to have his mom talk to the other mom. This is literally what's happening on YouTube as of late. Like I don't even. That's why I do like watching the Pred Catchers. It's like how we. Bye, Gabby. Gabby left us. How weird is this going to get? I wonder if she's going to get food and come right back. If she, I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you, Gabby. No, I'm curious. Like, because my internet connection was a little sketchy on this. I was getting, and I don't know when he even fucking came on, but I was having weird spot. TID on, Simon, Becky. We had zombies on. They had no problems getting kicked off. So if he was getting kicked off, it was probably on his end or he was on his phone or whatever. And yeah, like how many times do you think I'd be on at a job? I'm going to a pool room. Like I get service and I go into like some fucking shielded ass place and I'll lose connection. Happens all the time. Or like I get connection at one side of the pool and the other side of the pool I don't, or if I go into the room where the heaters and the pumps are, you just fucking lose connection. Especially that's just sometimes on YouTube, not to StreamYard, which pulls a lot more Wi-Fi. So I'm like, toss salad. Uh-oh. He couldn't get it up. Well, speaking of guys that can't get it up, did we ever get? Where did that ever come from? Did Beware Mouse even use that as a defense? I don't even think he used that as a defense, did he? I mean, imagine if Beware Mouse said, I can't get it up. Like, Aaron basically went out of his way to, like, make up lies to cover this guy. Like, he literally... I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I imagine if the Beware Mouse publicly said... I mean, I guess they could have said it. He could have said it to him in private, or I guess Aaron could have also tried to excite him. And again, it's hearsay, but Aaron does like to go with hearsay. Blazing Scar said that she heard Aaron say that he was making accommodations to rendezvous with Beware Mouse. So that was alleged on my chat or on my stream. So since we're going to go off hearsay, Aaron, tell us more about, or by that definition, Aaron, if I go by the loose evidence that he uses to make claims, Aaron's Beware Mouse's bunkmate. I mean, maybe Aaron helped him bring him some Wi-Fi cables, got the studio. Aaron allegedly made it to the studio. And I don't mean my bedroom where I'm at right now. I mean, Beware Mouse's studio. I have another movie for you, Scotty. The original Dune. Oh, okay. I remember that one when I was a kid. You know what, though? Yayo Mama brought up the Short Circuit movie, which I was like in first grade when it came out. I used to love that movie when I was a kid. But it was, predictive programming to make AI take over cute. Like all 80s movies, everything's going to be okay. But, so I kind of want to watch, I mean, I generally remember like the cute little robot thing. and it being like, oh, and just like it was kind of doing his thing. And but I kind of want to watch Short Circuit too. And I officially put Chasing Amy on. Apparently, Chasing Amy, which I thought was on the list, was overseen. So that was added to the list. What else did I add to the list? I added Chasing Amy and Mallrats to the list. Wasn't on the list as well somehow. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, which I knew was down the line. Like I knew I had to watch Mallrats and Chasing Amy before Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. But I added Short Circuit. She added, I think, The Network was recommended to her by someone to watch The Network. I believe that was the movie. And there might have been another movie. But yeah, so now, yeah, because the list, I had knocked off a bunch of movies off the list, so now I can make space to start adding. So yes, I will. Dune, yes, I remember Dune. Oh, they must. Wait, Dune. Wait a minute. Yeah, so Dune. Was that from like the 80s? Somehow I remember that. Wait. And then I've seen Dune with her that's one of the few movies we've seen. We've only seen a small handful of movies together. The first of which being Dune, the newer one. And I was shocked because the movie theaters got drastically better. And the seats became recliners. And then I saw Dune. I saw The Sound of Freedom, or that movie that was Sound of Freedom. Yeah, I think it was right. And then I saw Oppenheimer when I was really drunk, and she was trying to get me off James Dees. And I told Nicole I scared the shit out of some person by snoring like right in their face. Like my head went to the side, and I was like, they looked over, and I like. You guys can imagine how I snored because you probably heard it. But I was drunk snoring at the movies after watching The Angels Beat Pirates and drunk streaming with James and what's his name? Mass One. Sorry, Mass One. That was pretty funny. Check out Crafty. Oh, I kind of feel bad for Crafty. Like, I mean, if she was just LARPing, I would do it. If she was just like some sort of like Griff LARP, I would make fun of it. But I kind of feel like she might legitimately be needing some sort of like professional. I mean, I think it's evident that there might be something more going on there. So it's a little. I mean, but at the same time, yeah, you can't reward bad behavior. But I feel like she's just looking. She's not going to get the help she needs here on YouTube, and it's only going to get worse, you know. So I like when Johnny Five gets all mad, his eyes turn red. Oh, that's the demon. The demons, the possession. Aaron said that my eyes being red in my avatar, the avatar being right here. If you can see the little red eyes, I can make it bigger. Boom, boom. I guess I can go boom. Those red eyes. Aaron's like, your demonic eyes. Oh, I got some new bear avatars too yesterday, so there's that. But no, what a little like I said, the only thing gayer than Aaron having the balls to really like debate me about the Mark Connors thing is sending Vic in here. Like, what a fucking. I mean, Aaron, we knew you were bitch made. Apparently, What's Truth is confirmed bitch made as well. Ducking Aaron, talking shit at Shizzles about justifying why he's ducking. I mean, the two wrongs don't make a right. What's truth? A double duck. So not only was he ducking, he was cognitively talking shit from another fucking avenue. It's bad enough to duck it and then talk shit from the chat, but to duck them and talk shit in Chisel's chat, oh man, this is next level. And then to drop the evidence on some guy that's not even there, stalking you as evidence, where your wife fucking backs up the house better than you do. This is embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for him. I mean, maybe we could start a GoFundMe for like self-defense classes for what's truth. We'll get a karate, like we can do some Krav Maga classes. Maybe we can get some. I heard he's Jewish, right? We could probably get a fucking Krav Maga GoFundMe. He would probably kill it because he's a Jew. Be like, look at the Jew. Look at the anti-Semitism. They came to his house. His wife had to defend. He didn't even know how to fight. We got to buy him some Krav Maga. He's got a pink fence. The bully was luckily distracted by the pink fence. He couldn't make it past. Give him a pound of my coffee. I bet you he would kill it. And I mean, because he's a Jew. If he was like an Irish guy gets abused by a YouTuber, he probably couldn't get as much money for the Irish guy. But if we could leverage his Judaism for the GoFundMe, I think it would be a win. It would be a big sell. We could get some of those Southside Worldwide T-shirts. It'll boost the sales too. We'll get the merchandise. I think if we were gonna do a movie, Mel Brooks could do a good What's Truth. What do you think? We're gonna do a YouTube drama LARP starring Mel Brooks, directed and starring Mel Brooks, right? It was pretty funny. One night I was on James D's and some guy called in and he seemed pretty logical and he had some sort of show. He was kind of young though. He presented himself well until he got Mel Brooks. I think he got Mel Gibson. He meant to say Mel Gibson and he said Mel Brooks. So he got that confused. And then me and Seabass jumped all over him. And then he kind of ducked out and we never saw him again. And I was like, I got Spaceballs, the movie right here. Okay, my girlfriend's not here, so I gotta be careful. So I have a list of movies, a movie list. Right? She took my Amazon gift cards and she just started buying movies off the list with them. But she bought like not the best movies. Like not that Spaceballs is bad, but I don't think I wanted to own a copy of it. Like I just wanted her to see it because it was funny, sort of, if I made references to it. Not so much I wanted to buy it, but she was like, oh, I bought some movies off the list with all you. Like, you basically wasted up my. I guess it's not wasting it up. Like I would rather, like some of the movies she bought were movies that I probably didn't want to buy, and Spaceballs being one of them. But I was like, oh look, I got the good news was the silver lining in the black cloud was the fact that I actually showed. We're talking about Spaceballs. I'm like, not only do I know the movie, I own the movie. And I was on stream on my phone, so I could turn my camera on. Oh, you guys! But I told this yesterday. I have a webcam right here in my closet. It's in my closet on the shelf, you guys. I could set up the camera, but it's like wicked ghetto, and I probably got it at like Marshall's or some. I don't know where the fuck I got it, honestly. Maybe I bought it at. Anyways. But it's got to be like from a computer. I bought it for like a computer that I had that I don't even have anymore. So it's fucking probably not good. Or it's old. like outdated.
Whoa.
What do they say? They don't build them.
Okay.
Know that my family and I are okay. We are displaced, and it's been a rough few weeks, but we're okay, and we still love each other, and we're still together, and we're still looking forward to the future. I felt it was necessary to just report of what this case what precedence this case is setting in Idaho. I think it's important for people to understand that, because number one, this case is setting the precedence that the state can take children even when their parents have done nothing wrong. Levi and Marissa did nothing wrong. That's baby Cyrus's parents. They were dealing with a food allergy that caused Cyrus to throw up and vomit when he would get certain proteins, and it was not imminent. Unless he would throw up a lot, then they were worried about him being dehydrated, and that's why they went to St. Luke's Hospital to make sure that he wasn't dehydrated after he vomited for a period of time. And of course, St. Luke's did their thing and made Levi and Marissa an enemy of the state, and ultimately instigated the taking of baby Cyrus. And Levi and Marissa did nothing wrong. They were trying to figure out what was causing this vomiting, and they went to St. Luke's for help. And now the only mistake they made was going to St. Luke's. And I hope we learn from that. But this case is setting the precedence that the state can take children from their parents even when their parents did nothing wrong. Now, two, this case is setting the precedence that the Idaho courts can be used to change history and force the removal of any opposing fact or evidence from the internet. Now, in the past, this was called book burning, where the state officials or government officials or whoever was in power, when they didn't like something, they would go around and they would raid homes and take books, sometimes prosecute the people for having those books, and then they would burn them all. And it was all to stop a narrative that the government didn't want or the powers establishment didn't want. And this case against myself and Diego is setting the precedence that the Idaho courts can be used to change history. They're completely trying to change history, and can be used to basically burn the evidence of anything that opposes them. And as you know, on YouTube and the other platforms, act getting rid of that evidence. They don't want evidence out there that actually is in direct opposition of what they're saying happened. Number three, this case is setting a precedence that the Idaho courts can be bought for money to silence a person who is a political opponent. Now, it's no coincidence that just a little over a year ago, I was running a very serious and effective campaign for governor. And that campaign was being supported by, tens and thousands, hundreds of thousands of people. And I was proposing many different things that were actually detrimental to the deep state, if you will, of Idaho, or the establishment of Idaho, but very beneficial to the people of Idaho. And I also was exposing and calling out those who were making decisions for the establishment of Idaho, the rich and the powerful, and that was a phone call, very negative to people of Idaho. Now, And I don't believe that's a coincidence. And to understand this fully, you have to understand who the Idaho establishment is, or another word might be, or term might be the Idaho deep state. Because IACI, which is the Idaho Commerce Industrial Lobbyist, and IACI controls the Idaho government. Who's the governor? Who's all the, basically the main officials in the Idaho government? They control that. And St. Luke's executives control IACI. And then on top of that, Holland and Hart, who is the law firm that has been, used to destroy me, they are the legal firm for all of these people, for all the establishment people. And so it is no coincidence that the governor of Idaho, Governor Little, was Lord IACI and his chief of staff. And when you go through the previous governor and the previous governor, when you go down through this, you'll see that IACI controls the Idaho government, and St. Luke's is the primary funder and controller of IACI. And that's the reason why I was arrested at the Capitol building. What was happening at the Capitol building in August of 2020? The governor was trying to pass a bill to protect St. Luke's from any COVID. That's what was happening. They were trying to pass an immunity bill to protect St. Luke's hospitals and the government from any of their COVID actions. And I was there being peaceful and non-disruptive, but I was opposing that bill, and I had a tremendous amount of support. And they had to change it into something that was negative towards me, and they arrested me. And that's what started this thing. I've been arrested 9 times since COVID for opposing, and all of those times I was arrested were for opposing the establishment. This case sets a precedence that the Idaho courts can be bought with money to silence a person or people who are politically opposing them. Now, finally, this case also sets a precedence that it's okay to take everything from a person because of something he said. My home, my income, my bank accounts, everything from me. Now, I say everything, but I have my family, I have my faith, but they have taken everything of physical possession that they can take from me. And they're not done. They're trying to take my liberty as well. And all because I said some things that they didn't like, all because of words. Now, imagine, what if what I said was was a lie, which it wasn't, by the way. I have been very, very critical of myself, of the things that I've said, to make sure that they were true and honest and that I could back them up. But let's just say that everything I said or what I said was a lie. Does that justify them to take everything that I've earned? I'm 48 years old. Everything that I've earned my entire life because I said some things about them, does that justify that they get to take everything? Everything, that's what's happening. And what this case is setting is a precedence that it's okay to take everything from a person because of some things he said. And I don't think I need to draw the connection between how dangerous that is. And it's so dangerous to the point of I've had to leave Idaho in order to distance myself so that I can still, speak freely and do the things that I need to do to be free enough to provide for my family. It's become that dangerous for me to stay in Idaho. Now, I'm just a canary in the coal mine. And I believe and I know that what's happening to me and many others across the country, across the United States, one has happened before many times, and it's basically an indicator of a country that's becoming very, very tyrannical, and a people, governments, a power. And if this power is not balanced, the same thing that's happened to me will happen to you. It most certainly will. And that is why I do these videos. I don't do them because I like them. I don't do them because I benefit from them. I do them because I feel it's an obligation to warn my neighbor when I understand something. And I do want to leave by saying that I believe that justice will still prevail here. I know it certainly will in life after. But what these people have done is very wicked, and I believe that they will be accountable for that, and I hope that it happens sooner than later because it's very difficult to go through. I also want to reference a scripture in Luke 14:33, where the Lord says, "Whoever be of you that forsaketh not all that he hath cannot be my disciple." And my wife and I believe my family, even though I've got young children, to the best of their ability, is willing to give everything to the Lord. We are willing to forsake everything to do what he asks us to do. And it hasn't been easy, but up to this point, or where I'm at now, I should say, I'm not going to withhold anything from the Lord. If he requires it of me, I'll give it to him, including, of course, my house, my property, my income, everything. I hesitate to say my freedom, but I've proven that I will give my freedom for him, and also my life if necessary. And I hope that I don't have to give that. I hope that I can give my life as I'm living and raising my family in death. So those are the things that I want you to be aware of, that this case sets the precedence that children can be taken even when their parents have done nothing wrong, that the Idaho courts can be used to change history and force the removal of any opposing facts or evidence from the internet, that the Idaho courts can be bought with money to silence a person who is political opponent, and that this case is setting a precedence that it's okay to take everything from a person because of something he said.